Hello, everyone. Welcome to It's a Long Story, a place where we roll dice, we tell stories, and we create magic. We are here with our lovely crew, the New Moon. Everybody take a look at the camera, wave, and say hi. Hi.
Hi.
We are Wow. We are waiting on one more, so we'll just kind of pull that screen away for now. Welcome. I hope you all are as excited as I am to get into our stuff for tonight. But before we do so, just a couple of announcements up top. First off, if you are joining us here for the first time, welcome. This is a fun. It's a Long Story is a channel of mostly D&D, but other tabletop games that are essentially, for now, designed around a world, a homebrew world that is called Imea. We have 4 parties that exist in that world, existing at this pretty much at the same time, having some interesting sort of crossover connections going through from various level changes and all that as the story continues to unfold for all of them in their own interesting way. So if you are interested in watching more of our stuff, we are here every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday for Eastern Standard Time. I have to say that now because we have one player who's overseas, which is exciting. So hopefully we have viewers that come from overseas as well. So yes, so like I said, if you're joining us for the first time, welcome. We hope you enjoy what we have. For those who are players of D&D and are interested in joining some upcoming things that we have, I have some good news. You can. First and foremost, we have our Candela Obscura homebrew game that we have been trying to launch over the past couple months, just in need of more players. For those who are not familiar with Candela Obscura, it is a cosmic horror game designed by those from Darrington Press in Critical Role. A really cool introspective game designed with some of the easiest dice rolls or dice rolling system that you can possibly really find. It's pretty easy to kind of figure out. We made our own version, which is very similar in the idea of the system, the class system, as well as the lore shaped around it, but putting more of a real world spin on it, putting it into a real time and place, the year 1901, in a little place that is near and dear to my heart, North Shore of Massachusetts. So, if you are interested in joining said game, for those who are watching on YouTube, you can check out the video description below where we have all our games that are being held. But I will be putting it in the private chat for YouTube and Twitch, and then I will actually have to put it into a separate thing for those that are watching on Instagram, because we're on Instagram Live. Hello, Instagrammers, if you can see us. Yeah, excited to be everywhere. So if you want to check that out, here are the links that are coming up available for that. Just give me a second as I send all of these out. Here is Four Shadows of the North Shore. Boom. And then on top of that, we also have, for those who are interested in playing any of the upcoming one-shot games we have. I have not listed it on, I'll probably do that during the break, actually. I've not listed this game yet, but this Saturday we're going to put up our one of our old favorites, one of our old faithfuls, the Weldon McClellan Melon Minstrel Mystery, an all-bard affair. An all-bard sort of one-shot design for those that want to solve a murder mystery. Super fun. I love DMing it. I believe I think Matt and Chelsea, you both played it, right?
I have not. I think he played it one weekend when I was out of town.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Chelsea was gone. I needed something to do with my time, and I played a spirits bard that was an elephant, and it was fantastic.
Oh yeah, it's good times. It's fun. So yeah, so that's an old faithful one. We're gonna bring that back. We actually have a lot of new people who have not seen any of the old stuff, so it'll be fun to do that. So I think Saturday we're gonna do that, and then Sunday we'll do an old fashioned Where's Piddle, which is one of the first classic one shots that I've designed. So if you're interested in checking those out, you can do so. I'm going to put this in the chat as well, but for those that are listening and trying to kind of follow along, any of these games you would see if you go to startplaying.games/GM/It's a Long Story. And you can check out all of that, and feel free to ask me any questions along with that as you continue to watch along. So hello, friends. I believe that is all. So the only other thing is for those who are interested in helping us out on the channel, subscribing is a big way to help out. I know everybody says this on YouTube, but truly it does help to feed the almighty algorithm and get our name and our faces, but most importantly the story out to to more people. So if you're willing to do that, that would be a huge help. But also you can feel free to follow us on our various social media stuff. So I'm just going to be putting in our little link tree. If you're watching on Instagram, it's probably, I believe it's in our bio. So that is links to pretty much everything. So Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch. I believe that is it. Oh, look, Kayla's here. Hi, Kayla. I'm going to say this in the chat. I'm just going to scare her. Just put it in the chat. All right. So cool. I believe that is it for the announcements. So, Fidget, if you'd be so kind, give us the recap of where we left off with the new moon, if you please.
Yeah. So last week we found ourselves in Shadowfell, facing off against Tal and Broomhilda. Began with a large explosion that hurt a lot. I believe Ianthe, Bix, and myself all went down. I went full down. The mongoose. Wow, I lost my words. So sorry. We all got brought back up, though Brienne successfully revivified Aaron. The mongoose crew fought as well. One of them casting a Dispel Magic to cancel the Dominate person, which didn't do that, but successfully canceled the Globe of Invulnerability I don't think we knew about. Which gave me a chance to cast Banishment, to which Tal counterspelled. And then Ianthe, amazingly as possible, counterspelled successfully, allowing it to go through. So with our work together, we broke Broomhilda's Dominate person and got her on our side at the cost of Aaron's life. The fight ensued. Titian turned the tides using the mark on his face, and we managed to escape through a portal to Aarakocra. I didn't get
this. Yes, of all the names, but when we got to that, it's just Aarakocra. No, that is the name of that was Farah.
Farah. Okay. Yeah. They held a beautiful kind of goodbye to Aaron since there was no body for a funeral, but they got to meet with the mongoose crew a little more, and Titian got a really cool sword. And then Ianthe and Adim discovered that they are siblings.
Yes. Also, the sword was given from Guar. That's an important part to that. Yeah. But yeah. Sorry, please continue.
I think that's it. Did I miss anything?
I don't know. Is there anything we missed, gang? Y'all leveled up, so there was that.
Oh, that's true.
So yeah, also for purposes of like traits and things like that we were gathering, you wouldn't be leveling up officially until a long rest. We never seem to end on a long rest to actually introduce the level up, mostly because this crew is very quick to ask if we leveled up, which is fair. Awesome. So we're gonna jump into that here in a second. Let's do one more thing.
In our defense, I think Guar asked for it for us in this last one.
Did he? That's funny.
Yeah, he did.
Well, fair enough then.
We had a big fight. We got the XP. We
got the XP. Living for that XP game.
We beat the boss. We collected the souls. And yeah.
Hell yeah. All right. I'm trying to do a bunch of things at once here, so give me one quick second. Because no matter what, I forget something every time. All right. Cool. There we go. All right. So let's begin tonight. We come down on a very dark, windy beachside town. We can see that there's palm trees that are being completely pushed to the side, their leaves extending into one way. We see a leaf fall off, fly off against the wind. We see the sea just crashing against the shore and the tumultuous waves kind of breaking out against each other. And it's dark. Much darker than we've normally seen this place. On the beach, we see all of a sudden a large golden portal appear. And figures start to walk through it. We see on the other side a woman with blonde hair, a large hat, standing out beyond, holding the portal up. Looks at the figure with the white hair and pale blue skin, just gives a nod. New Moon, you are back in Celeste. But things are different. It's dark, and there's a storm brewing. You see rain immediately you're immediately getting pummeled by the rain. What do you do?
How close are we to town?
You're just on the beach. Say the town is just not too far out.
Chelsea, did you have something you want to say?
I was going to ask, so this type of weather, would I immediately know something's wrong? Like, is this normal for this time of year? Like, I'm sure a storm is fine, but...
Roll me a history check with advantage.
Having sailed here before, can I also do the same thing?
Sure, yeah.
Ooh. 19.
19.
7.
Okay.
I'm back.
Yeah, I don't know. You were here on a sunny day. You're like, that's...
With a 19, I think, Ianthe, it's hard to say. You could probably count on one hand the amount of times you've seen it even rain here in Celeste. And I don't think you've ever seen it rain like this. This is huge downpour, windy. You notice that a couple of the huts, there seems to be, actually, we'll say over at Mistelia's, you can see some of the boards from the kind of somewhat thatched roof are like leaning up against the wind, seemingly about to kind of come off from the roof itself. I'd say Mistelia's is about maybe 100 feet away.
This is odd. This is not normal. We should go to my mother's house.
I'll be right there.
Okay.
Anything.
Start running to my house.
Yep.
And I start running towards the ocean.
Okay.
Well, not running, walking quickly.
Tishian, can I borrow the bag of holding real quick?
Yeah, Tishian, you just see Tishian like he gives you not sure, and he he tosses you the bag of holding, and he just goes, "I've got to get off this fucking sand," and he throws that to you, and he just sort of scampers off. Like you can open portals anywhere, but you sure open it in the fucking sand, and he just like scampers off towards his mother's house.
You got it.
Korean is gonna just like start taking off his armor and like putting it into the bag of holding as he's walking forward to Ianthe's house, and just take the opportunity to like wash the rest of Aaron off of him and just keep going.
You got it.
And Joe, the reason I'm leaving, and I'm going to come back to them as soon as I can, and there's really no need to role play this, just something that a dean would do. I have been to small towns where there's unexpected storms on the sea, and they've never docked their boats well.
Yeah.
And so I'm not doing anything extraordinary. I'm just going, checking the docks, making sure things are actually tied down. Once I'm satisfied, I'm back with them. So you can just say, "And now you're back," if you want. I'm not trying to do anything special or secret. I'm just trying to say what they might have, because if this is an unusual storm, they may not be ready.
You got it. I think as you go out, you actually see there's a couple of there's that like sort of shack that has is manned by one small halfling male. You see as you're running out there, you actually see him kind of like on the dock grabbing at a rope for a rowboat that is completely overturned. That is pushing out to sea.
That is what I'm there for. That I'm trying to help that, and I will use my shape water cantrip as much as I need you to push things back so we can help. And I'm just trying to get it so it's under control, and then get him back inside, and then I will go to Ianthe's mother's house.
Yeah, perfect. I think with the shape water, no problem at all. You hear phrases like, "I've never seen it like this before." We weren't ready for this, you know.
Yeah, that's fine. That's why I suspected when you said you've never seen like this before. Anthony, I'm like, okay, I need to help the coastline, and I'm not going to drown. So
Above
you also
board.
see one thing you do see is that the your ship, the Misty Maiden, is still there.
Okay,
Looks
well,
fine.
I will definitely make sure that our ship, meaning me and Kofi's, is tied down correctly and safe before I head back and meet up with Ianthe and the rest of the group.
You
Hey,
got
Joe.
it. I'm listening. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, Chris is logging in, so I don't know if you need to like.
Okay. Yep. Give me 1 second. All right. There we go. I had to fix what's going on with the music. All right. Chris, give me just a quick test, please.
Test, please.
Yes. Welcome back.
Sorry about that.
All good. So Chris, you're so for Bixeldan, kind of walking out of this portal, Ianthe gave a quick nod to Brimhilda. Brimhilda closed the portal up, and you see that you are in Celeste, but it is storming like like what Ianthe would describe like never before seen.
Mm-hmm.
We had a Deem kind of run out to the boats to secure the boats that are around, successfully doing so, seeing that the Misty Maiden was still there, and seemed to be tied off fine. And that's where we left off. And then also Titian, I think, just tried desperately to run indoors. And then Green, I think, Green, you said you kind of just went to the water to try to kind of like wash yourself off.
Just using the rainwater to kind of...
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so that leaves Ianthe and Pixelpan.
I'm heading to Sibelius
Yeah, that's where. Yeah.
as fast as my little goblin legs will carry me.
You got it. Going out to Sabella's, you see Donzig start to kind of move out after you. As you all near closer, you start to see that there are still some people in the streets here. A couple of them are kind of like laughing, sticking their hands out. Ianthe, you get the feeling of like there's something like this rarely ever happens in Celeste. And I think it with the 19, there's a party that actually kind of realizes like that's kind of weird that Celeste has never had like a tropical storm before or anything like that. It's almost like something has if Celeste has some sort of like weird sort of bubble of protection around it, not necessarily magical, just like extremely lucky, who knows. Seems like that bubble is closing in tonight. It's like something seems to be pushing through it.
Okay. Sorry, I'm writing down. I will. Yep, I'm just gonna keep running till I get to my mom's and just go inside.
Yeah. So yeah, walking past. Are you saying anything to the people who are clearly not used to being in a storm and are like standing outside? You see some kids that are like playing in the water, things like that.
You should get inside. Get inside.
I have to look the rain.
I know. You should get inside. This is.
It's windy out here. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. Got. Yeah. Kids. Okay. Come on. As you're saying that, across the street, you hear the door to Sabella's open, and Pixeldan, you are running with. I imagine Pixeldan's running is equal to just Ianthe walking, in ways. So like Pixeldan, you're doing a lot of work to try to like get as quick as you can, and you see a door open at the sound of Ianthe, and you see a little girl come running out, and meets Bix right into the middle of the street, and just. You both hug each other in the middle of the street as you see. It looks like Alyssa's okay.
Okay, good. Okay, kid, let's get out of the rain so we can talk.
I didn't do it. I'll
look at her straight, both sides of her face, look at her. I believe you, but let's get out of the rain.
Okay. Looks over at Ianthe. I didn't do it.
No one thinks you did, but Bix is right. We should get inside.
Okay. All right. Okay. You see Sabella kind of standing in the doorway. She has like one of her like garments, like one of like just her material, like of some sort of garment, like draped over her head as she's kind of beckoning you all in, and you all run in. Titian, did you say you were running to Mistelia's, or was there a specific place?
I was running to Ianthe's mom's house.
Got it. Okay, cool. So we'll say that just for some reason Titian's there first.
Yeah.
He is the best.
I think Titian gets there, sees Alyssa, and his first thought is, "What did you do?"
No.
Yeah. So that's like, yeah, cut to that moment, and Alyssa's like running out and saying, I didn't do it. And as you come in,
No one thinks you did.
you say that as you come in, and you see Titian just a big, like, I just imagine Titian, you shook out at some point, and there's just this big frizzy fuzzball of hair as you hear Ianthe say, no one thought you did. Yeah, I would say, Titian, if you don't say anything, Alyssa's going to say, well, he thought I did.
No, well, I mean, we can't be 100% sure that you didn't do it. I mean,
I will put you back out in the rain if you're not nice to her.
Hold on. No, hold on. No, Titian still. Hey, you don't have to bow up to me like that. I'm just saying, like, we're still learning a lot of things about Alyssa's power. Maybe they're unconsciously controlling the weather. Until then, we should blame first, and then just like deal with it as we can.
That's two.
Alyssa looks at her hands and then points them outside.
Yeah. She's gonna look at Alyssa and be like, "Nah, I'm just fucking with you. I'm just kidding with you, kid."
Language.
What does that word mean?
Kidding.
What does that word mean?
I'm just.
You hear Sabella just going, okay, well,
Great.
hi. Let's
Hi,
let's
we're
get
back.
everybody in. Who is that out there? You see both Green and Adim running out behind us. Oh, you.
They're with us.
Yeah.
We're all back. We got dropped off on the beach, and it was raining, and we came straight here.
Yeah.
I feel like Green just comes in through the door, obviously just like shirtless, soaked, and it's like, Miss Berthnet, do you have a towel? It's just a little wet that I could borrow.
Sure. Yes, of course. Yeah. No problem. All right. Everybody get in. Just stand. Okay. No, Titian, please come back in to stand right here. Just,
Sure.
I will get towels for you all. Just don't touch anything.
Titian just shakes a little bit. No. Yeah. Hold.
You know what? Adim walks slowly in behind everybody and shapes water to make the water leave the house.
Okay. You got it. Yeah.
So
I'll allow
everyone's
that.
Yeah, I was going to do that too. But I would absolutely start with me. I'm like shaping water out with my hair.
And I'm the opposite. I'm getting it off everyone else because I'm like, this is nice.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm going to look at
All the
Alyssa
water
and say,
trails off them into a little river and goes outside. So by the time that Sabella gets back, she's like,
Yeah.
Oh.
She comes back with the towels. And, oh, okay. Well,
I'm going to look at her and Alyssa and say, how long have we been gone?
it's been 2 days.
2 days.
Okay.
That's not bad. That's
No,
okay.
not bad at all.
Thinking about it, like looking back at the time that you feel like you've spent there, it's hard to say because you were in the middle of a fight and going through a bunch of things there. But I would say, for most of you, especially for Bixeldan. Now Bixeldan, you did go down at one point, so it's there's a point where like you're not entirely sure when to come up on there. But for the rest of you, you think like it couldn't have been more than an hour.
I thought it was much shorter than that. I thought time moved faster there. It definitely didn't feel like 2 whole days.
No, we definitely went there.
Where's E-Wolf?
Ewolf kind of just comes down the stairs and just at this point, well, all right. Well, you're all here. That's good. 2 days, not bad. Well, you're missing
We're not
someone.
all here. One. Aaron was left behind, unfortunately.
Ewolf just kind of stands there in silence. Sabella. Goes to the kitchen and immediately starts to make food. How did they...
Sits on the porch in the rain.
Okay.
Just lets
Yeah,
it shower.
Danzig literally can't fit through here, so I think you're also kind of just out there with Danzig.
Okay.
Um,
I'm not hiding. I'm plain view. I'm enjoying the water and avoiding the conversation that will make him upset.
Yeah. How did it happen?
There was a battle, and they were very brave, and they were incredible, actually. Unfortunately, it made them a target, and we couldn't stop it.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Thank you. How long has this been going on? Did this just start?
Yeah, we've been, I guess we've been doing this pretty much all day. I went to the bar at one point, when Isabella was good to look after Alyssa, and, it seems like everybody there's kind of in a tizzy about the whole thing. No one's, I mean, I guess you would know, but no one's seen anything like this in some time.
No, I've never seen anything like this. Not here. Did it come on suddenly, or was it... I mean, did the clouds roll in? From what I remember is usually you can watch the storm come in, but...
No, it didn't seem like it was coming from the south. It was like it just came from the north, but it was so quick, it just...
Joe, is there anything I would have noticed that made this storm appear unnatural other than the fact that it was surprising?
No, I don't think so. I mean,
Okay, that's
yeah.
fair.
Yeah. Okay, so, Alyssa, do you want to, maybe help Sabella in the kitchen? I'm sure you can, having extra hands, you can show her how to be able to float the soup spoons and whatnot. You see Alyssa go, yeah, okay. Yeah.
As soon as she's out of earshot.
Yeah.
Did everything go okay? I mean, the house is still standing, so...
Honestly, she was fine. No issues at all. Yeah, don't worry about that. She was... yeah, I guess there was it's kind of funny. The next day there was a boy who came to the front door, was asking if the one that makes lights with her hands is around. So, it was cute. He was a little older though, so I told him to fuck off. So.
I'll nod. I'm gonna look at Ewolf and just be, and I owe you an apology. And we can talk about it later. But I
No, you could talk about it now if you want. I think we could all listen.
I don't remember if Bix only mentally told Ianthe that Tall was here.
No, it was mental. It was mental.
No.
Okay.
It was...
Well, yeah, but then the next the next thing,
probably figured it
I had the
pretty
NPC
quick.
as you, and it was he woke up like Bixeldan woke up and was like tall, he's here.
Okay.
So there was
And then
some
he was there. So
insinuation
we figured it out right quick.
yeah.
If Bixeldan and E-Wolf are having like this kind of tense-ish moment together, I'm interpreting it as tense-ish. Knowing that E-Wolf shared about Bix before they left, and Tishian's going to sort of position himself close by to jump in case stuff kind of like if he like he's just going to be close
you're right
by.
there. You're right there. Yeah.
I'm just going to say, when I said to you what I said to you, I was not myself. And I'm going to leave it at that.
Actually, that brings up a good question. How long were you not yourself?
I'll be able to tell you the exact amount of time, but it's around 4 or 5 days.
So
Bix will have said that to the second how long it was, but
Of course.
she's gonna go back and do some calculations.
How did it happen? If you don't mind me, like, how did you
Have you always been working with him?
Did you eat something, or did something?
I kind of owe Grian an apology too for kind of being short with you. There was a ring in that chest, and I didn't get a good vibe, and so I didn't want anything to happen to anybody else. And everything was telling me it was an invisibility ring, but I tried it on, and I kind of went into this mental prison. And it was basically 2 choices: stay in this mental prison forever, or help Tal out a little bit. I made the wrong choice, but I don't make the best decisions when the pressure's on.
So instead of warning someone, hey, I'm getting a skeevy vibe about this ring, can you keep an eye on me with it? You just tried it on?
Have you met me?
Yeah, maybe don't do that anymore. Just a
Yes.
thought.
Yeah, yes.
I
Well
have met
noted.
you, and I'm not surprised. But I'm going to discourage that practice going forward.
Noted. So in the process, I couldn't tell you guys, because if you guys knew, he would have killed you. Because I was trying to figure out a way to tell you, and he threw Alyssa off the boat.
Well, great news. Great news I've got to tell you is
I will have said
one
that
of us is still
quietly, by
dead,
the way, because
so-
I
Yeah.
don't want Alyssa to
Yep.
hear that.
That's fair.
Yeah, Grian just says, well, good news is one of us is still dead, so congratulations.
Grian, that's not fair.
Is it though? Like, we were going there. Did he have any idea what we were walking into? He clearly knew he was there.
He knew. He told me he wasn't giving me a choice on going.
I mean, he could have been there anyway. We don't know what he can do.
I think we know exactly what he can do.
Yeah, we know now.
So hold on, I'm trying to catch up now. Tao intentionally wanted to go to the shadow.
When the
fan.
opportunity presented itself,
Well,
it wasn't a
of course it
question. He told me that we're going.
Of course he did, because that's where Brumhilda was.
Okay,
Do you
so-
think he was trying to
We walked
use
right
us
into a trap.
to help him?
I don't know. And the reason I told Ianthe is I didn't feel him like I had before. And I felt it was like, if I was going to tell you, even though it wasn't the best time, that was when I was going to have to do it.
He set up a trap, and once again, we are fucking pawns. I'm so tired of this.
I'm going to go out in the rain.
As soon as you go out, Ewolf goes, so my understanding is that this, try to turn those notifications off, guys. My understanding on that is that this goblin was worried about me taking care of Alyssa. In the meantime, he had this
I'm still
world-ending
walking.
power in his. Oh, you're not here. You're out on the porch.
Okay.
This
No, I'm
world-ending
not. I'm not
power
on
in
the porch.
his.
I'm going. Sorry.
Okay. This world-ending power in his head. Jack, I'm gonna mute you, bud.
It's Discord. I'm not sure how to do that. I turn off the sound from Discord. That's just. I'll mute myself again, but.
I mean, this is that's who you're walking around with.
I mean, I guess to be fair, we're also walking around with a child bomb. So, and I'll say that part quietly too. So, like, she can't hear us.
And you're right, but okay.
Yeah.
Well, needless to say, I'm definitely not leaving her side now. And I'm just surprised that you're all taking this in stride.
No, I mean, I don't think it's the first time it's happened to at least two of us.
I mean, he killed Biggs. He got what he wanted and he killed him. I find it hard to believe that Biggs has any continuing connection.
Are you willing to risk her life on that?
You didn't hear the panic in his voice when he told me. I saw how scared he was. He's clever, but he's not that good of an actor.
That's what concerns me, is that he didn't say that he was possessed. He said that he was connected. And him being as smart as he is, I have met many that are extremely smart and know they are and think they can handle something that they can't. It's not my place to say for you guys. But it is,
He's
I
foolish,
believe, my
that's
place.
for sure. He's foolish, but I don't think that makes him evil.
I think
What do you
clever
think,
people can be very book smart, but sometimes kind of stupid, if you know what I mean.
That's fine. If it was just me and you, I'd be willing to risk that.
I mean, that brings up another question. In the 2 days that you've been here, has she been happy? She's happy here.
Yeah?
And she's free here. I don't know, Ianthe, do we leave her here with your mom?
I've thought about it. I don't know if we can ask that of her. Of either of them. I mean, Alyssa deserves to learn what she can do. And this is not the place for that. There are On the one hand, I want her to be happy and I want her to have a childhood, and I think this is the place for that. But she has to learn. And she can't do that here. There's no one to teach her.
She also asked about him pretty much every hour.
About Bix?
Yeah, if I thought there was a way to be able to if I told her that we had to leave, I'm sure.
I don't think she would let
No.
herself be left behind.
No. And unfortunately, she's not an ordinary child in that aspect, so I don't know if I could keep her from that.
No. Okay, so we bring her with us. We don't let Bix alone with her. Just in case.
Okay.
We're seriously gonna take a young girl with us, though? Having just 2 people die in our group within a month, and we're just gonna take a young girl with us and act like we can protect her?
I mean, in all honesty, she can probably protect us a lot better than we could protect her.
I just got my chest caved in. This guy over here just wiped the dust of his friend off his face, and we're sitting here talking like we're going to take her with us? Like, I'm all for fun, but like, we need, what I'm saying is we need, if we're just talking about taking her with us for a little, we need some sort of destination. We need some sort of plan of safety for her. We can't just say we're going to take her with us and then we get blindsided by Tall, or we have a Roar army coming at us, or we can't just blindly say we don't have the luxury of just making do anymore in these moments.
There's a distant crack of lightning as we move from this conversation going back outside. Adim, give me a perception check.
Okay. No, okay. 21.
21. Nice. You see Bixeldan kind of walk out. You see Donzig kind of maneuver, trying to kind of get in front of him and sniff him for a second. You see Bix just keeps on walking.
As I keep walking, I'm like, I get up and because I don't care about being wet at all, So I hop after him, and I'm like, "Could you stand some company?" Having heard most of what was going on in the from the porch, hopefully.
I'll say I need a minute,
All right,
and I'll keep going.
and I go back to the porch and have a seat. I'll keep an eye on him as much as I can,
Cool.
but I've been there and wanted to be alone, so I'm like, all right,
Bix, what you sent me is still true? Still applying?
Yes, absolutely.
You got it. Adim, you're seeing Bix kind of walking out onto the beach and continuing to move. You see, it's getting a little bit trickier to kind of see him in the flash of the waves that are kind of coming in, but you see him put his feet in the water and continue going.
No. And I'm going to follow then. I will follow from a distance. He can be alone from a distance.
Yeah. About waist deep. You're about maybe 100 feet from him.
I will. So he's waist deep or I'm waist deep?
He's waist deep.
I will keep walking. I quickly, if he's going to do something stupid, then I will see what I can do. I'm ready to reach out with a spell. I want to be within spell range.
Bix, what are you doing?
I'm still going. I'm pretty oblivious to what's around me. I'm just eyes ahead right now.
You got it. You see the metal pieces kind of clanking as there's random things that are attached to Bix that do float in the water as you see him continue to go now chest deep.
Can I slightly retcon one thing?
Before
Before I go into the water,
Good.
I'm going to take off the multi-tool and just drop it on the beach, and then
Okay.
keep going.
You got it. Okay, cool.
Like I said, I'm just walking.
Is the multi-tool buoyant at all?
I think it's just like a wrench, essentially.
It turns into whatever. It's the thing the thing you see me with the most.
But it's like a metal. It's metal.
Yes.
Okay, just to be visually cool, as I'm walking, I see him do that. When I pass by the wrench, I shape water to push up a geyser, so it comes with my hand, and I put him on a couch, and I keep following him.
Okay.
Just to look cool.
Yeah. Now head fully underwater.
I'm going after him. Nope. And so what I will do is when I see him push him like go completely underwater. I think I still have spell slots. I don't think I used all of them, but let me check. One moment. Spell slots.
I have a feeling I don't have as many as I show on my character sheet.
There's I think you probably have one less like second level spell. I think.
Okay, yeah, I see that going.
Yeah,
It says I can still use that, so it must still be there. My character sheet looks really different. It's really weird. Anyway, but regardless, it says I still have it. So if I need to, depending on how dangerous it looks, I will either destroy the water around him and use shape water to keep it back away from his head.
Cool.
If I say I can get there in time.
Yeah, you got it. I say as you get closer to him, you see out on the far horizon, you see another crack of thunder, and you see that it. And the idea of like the time difference from that, you saw it and heard it pretty much at the same time. Looks like it was probably pretty close.
So we are near the center of the storm then.
We're in it.
Okay. So yeah, not tonight, Vix.
Yeah, what are you doing? Vix does not seem to be stopping.
Yeah, no, I told you, destroy water around him and shape it around him, and then running over to him and holding it off.
And I'll just be saying, "Let me go, Adim. Just let me go.
Nope.
I can't be here anymore. Let me go.
Yes, you can.
Too dangerous to be here. Let me go.
Don't make me fight you.
I am too dangerous. I'm getting people killed. I'm almost getting people killed.
Yeah,
just let me go.
To the new moon. Come on.
Tishian, roll an animal handling check.
Animal handling, you said?
Yep.
Oh boy, okay. Alright, 17.
You see Donzig actually kind of like pawing through the door. Now his head is like barely able to kind of like fit through one of his heads. It's the problem is the three heads. As you see him like kind of like pawing through, and you hear kind of a whimper. You clearly get the idea that something is wrong.
Tishian just leaves the conversation he was just having, and he just, y'all, there might be something going on outside. I'm gonna go check real quick.
There's absolutely something going on outside. It's a storm.
No,
Why is everyone going outside in the...
Donzig seems upset. I'm gonna go check on.
While Bix is arguing with me, because he can't, I cast Water Walk on him.
Thanks.
Oh, all right. So I guess Tishian.
That is.
Just zooming him right up to the top.
Amazing.
Yep. Not tonight. You're gonna have to fight me for this one.
Oh God.
You're gonna have to take me with you, and good luck making me drown, buddy. Let's go.
And I'll drop my.
What's
whip
really
and I'll
funny
keep
is that I
walking.
want to give like a DC for this, but Bix, you dropped your multi-tool.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like you dropped the thing that would possibly be able to give you a DC against this.
Yeah. I'll still keep walking. I'll just drop my whip now.
Okay, you got
I
it.
take
You
the
see
whip,
it. Just,
grab it, and in the water, I'll take it, bring the shape water to bring it to me, and just swim after him. I'm sure I can swim faster than he can run on
Just
choppy water.
let me go, and nobody else has to die. Just let me go.
I want you to think about this. So first of all, you're being selfish. Second of all, if you think you vanish, this city won't explode. Come on, don't be stupid.
Because of me, one of us has turned to dust.
Because of me, one of us turned to dust. Because of Titian, one of us turned to dust. No, because of Tal, a near god or a god used his power just like the Raven Queen did and made you do something you shouldn't have had to do. Do not blame yourself. This is the fault of people far above us.
Alyssa could have died because
Turn
of
your
me.
green ass around and get to the shore.
Bix, as you turn to face Adim in this moment, just for a second, just to be able to talk, you see on the shoreline a Leonin and a 3-headed dog.
Hey, what's going on out there?
He's being stupid. Come get him.
At this point, you're shouting within the 100 feet. You hear the cracks of lightning sort of in between. It's hard to hear each other, but yeah.
Okay, we're gonna both die because we're gonna be electrocuted. So, just
Hey,
Just go. Just go.
y'all need to come inside. It's lightning real bad, and Donzig's getting upset.
okay. Here's taste. I
Okay.
can't taste it myself,
Yeah.
and
You
I
got it.
attack.
Are you? You're just like literally just grappling him and trying to like, bring him
I'm gonna
back with
grapple
you.
him, swim him back, push him back to the.
And
push
when
him
I
back
say
to the shore.
when I say I'm fighting back, think of it as a kid fighting back who's having a fit because their
Yeah.
parents not letting them.
Yeah, there's no strength, or there's
Right.
very little strength. There acrobatics here. Fighting back. I mean,
As in,
it's
you don't even worry about a contested athletics check.
it's eventually going to work, right?
Yeah.
So like the idea is like, yeah, so eventually Adim, you're able to grab, bring him back to shore. You hear one more crack of lightning. That does miss you as you guys make your way back to shore. Titian, you see as soon as, I'd say within like 50 feet, you can see Bixel Dan is like pounding against Adim's back.
Whatever.
Hey, Tishian's gonna. Hey, Bix, you need to stop that right now.
And I'm moving pretty quickly because I'm under the effects of a haste spell.
Yeah. Oh, you're back on shore. There's no way. This is
Yeah.
like.
All right.
And I'm holding him like over my shoulder. Yeah. And I'm like, I swear, if you don't start acting like a normal goblin, I'm going to tell your young charge exactly what you just tried to do, and then you can deal with that.
What's a normal goblin? But besides that,
Oof.
fair enough.
Hey, I'm gonna propose something right now. Why don't we go to Mistelia's and go get a drink and try to get some things out there and move past them. How about that? Does that sound fair?
Whatever.
I do my best to pick Bix up and put him into the Leonin's arms and
Yep.
say, he's yours then.
Yep. As soon as you do so, Adim, you like feel like a
Yeah, that's what I'm
woozy,
looking for.
like.
Yeah, and I
also-
just-
yeah.
Yeah. I think Titian Titian's seen Vix like pound on Adim. Titian's not even going to give it a second. Titian's just going to put him in a headlock, like not like a mean headlock, but
Just
like
held.
like just held there. Like if you, yeah, he's just gonna like he's not applying pressure, but he's like, I'll walk like this all day. Yeah.
I was gonna say, hey Matt, describe to me what a nice headlock. Hey Matt, hey Matt, just tell me what a nice headlock looks like.
I gotta.
How'd this work?
Hey, I got an exact reference for you, pal. Like
Okay.
the Halloween episode of Parks and Recreation where Andy Dwyer is dressed as Chuck Liddell and he puts he's just like eating chips off of.
Yep, perfect.
Yeah.
That is perfect.
So he's just sort of he's just so that bit like Bix just won't do it. Like, okay, we're just gonna go. And I'm assuming, does Adim have his things? Does Adim collect his things?
No
or-
idea. You see his whip. I have his whip.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you have
Yeah.
his stuff. That's not.
Yeah, we'll have.
Well, no, but he can't see, and I'm not answering. He sees the whip on me. He can't see
Right.
the multi-tool.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, everything that you like, you don't see anything else on the beach besides Adim.
Yeah. All right. I think we will just if I didn't see it, then we'll just walk off, and
Cool.
Bix can get it in the morning if it's there, or we can just do whatever we want. But we'll go to Mistelia's now to have a drink and get some space between us and the rest of the party.
And as soon as the haste wears off, and I'm feeling like maybe a normal person who's not going to die, I will join them at the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's one round, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah, so-
I need a moment to like, okay,
Yep.
I'm going to just curl up in a fetal position in the middle of the street in the
Yeah.
rain.
Hey,
Go back.
Adim, find us all. I'll get your first drink.
Uh-huh.
Hey, it's not my first time leaving Adim in a fetal position after.
No.
No, okay, but yeah, we just walked to Mistelia's.
Okay, you got it.
Or be drugged to Mistelia's.
Yeah.
Before I go to Estelia's, I walk into Sabella's house.
Yeah,
Go to Grian.
I think you see Ianthe and I imagine you see Ianthe and Green kind of like in the doorway.
Okay, I go to the two of them. Actually, sister, we need to talk. But before we do, I roll up the whip, hand it to
Nope.
Ianthe. I was hoping.
Thanks.
Give it to Ianthe and say, "Don't give this back to Vix until you think he's earned it."
Okay.
What has he gotten into this time?
Oh, just hijinks. And Adim turns around. We're gonna go get a drink, and just turns around and goes back. And
Okay.
then with my bracelet, I fill Ianthe in on everything
Cool.
that just happened. I basically replay it.
Yeah.
Green has one too, right?
Yeah.
Then as well, Green as well. Then I'm not trying to play favorites. So I just, with the two of them, I send what happened that we just went through.
As you're exiting Sabella's house, Ewolf, and you're stating this where Ewolf is, Ewolf looks at Ianthe and just goes, "Just think about what we're talking about. That's another." Okay.
I'll offer to put the whip in the bag of holding since I still have that.
Okay.
And just like, shove it in there.
Ianthe, you do see your mom kind of comes. Your mom comes out with these like. I just think for some reason I don't know if I'm just hungry for it. It's just come out with like egg rolls, like just like a platter of egg rolls. Okay, so I made some of the. Where is everyone?
They went to Mistelia's.
Well-
These are great, Mom. Thanks.
Okay,
I'll have one.
sure. Are you gonna fill me in at some point?
Yep. Just had some business we needed to take care of, but everything's fine.
Honesty.
Everything's okay.
Okay, for that.
Everything
you can have-
is
We're all
bad,
here.
but we're all here.
Well, most of us are here.
We're figuring it out.
And then as I'm walking through the rain and they're having this conversation, I throw one more thing at Ianthe.
Well, hold on. Time out. We're in two different timelines.
Oh,
Give me a
I'm
second.
sorry. I thought it was.
It's okay. Yep. So Ianthe hasn't left yet.
Okay.
So yeah, you're talking with your mom and you say, okay, everything's bad, but we'll see what's up. Okay. Thank you for your honesty. You can take one more egg roll then.
Thanks.
I'll see
Mom.
you when you get back. Alyssa, stay here, dear. I need you to help me with the recipe for this.
There we go.
And you guys head on out to Mistelius. Now, so Adim, as you're walking, you fill Grian and Ianthe in. It's probably a significant amount of information that would take maybe more than like the 20 seconds of going from Sabella's house to Mistelius. But we'll say like as you kind of like walk in, you're kind of finishing that off.
And then because I'm doing it with the stones so they can see it as well as everything. As I'm finishing up, just because it was something Ianthe said to me a very long time ago that I didn't quite think was fair, I end the conversation on my end with no secrets, and I walk in the door.
Okay.
Adim has a good memory, sister.
I don't remember that.
I do.
As you all walk in various different times, but for the most part, pretty much about the same. You see this place is fucking crowded. Everybody's in here. You see the sliver that you can see of Mystelia through the group of people that are here, all kind of like holding. Some of them are not even holding drinks in their hands. They're just like standing around everybody's trying to get information on what's going on. You see Barty's kind of in the corner with a pen and pad just going, okay, great. And that's what time was that at? And you hear, there's very little laughter in here. You imagine that at a certain point there was some you can hear some kind of scatterings of nervous laughter and things like that. I think at one point it was funny and interesting and weird and new and unique, and now it's, how long is this going to last and what does this mean? That's the feeling you get when you walk in here. Through the sliver of people you can see, Mystelia is running rampant. She doesn't sweat, but if she could, she would. As you all are struggling to be able to kind of just get even in to kind of talk with each other among the crowd.
Over here. Got a, yeah.
You do not have a table.
Manage this.
No,
I think, Tisha, if you want to say you have a table and it's just a slab of the wall that's actually maybe it's like a portrait that you ended up being able to kind of pull over so that the back of it can just be hanging horizontally.
Yeah,
the top of the trash can.
I would even be standing table that's a Titian's height with Bix sitting on top of it, I think.
Yep.
Yep.
Love it.
But yeah.
Barty was here?
What?
You said Barty was here? Did I miss that?
Barty was here. Yeah, Barty is here.
Yeah.
I beeline for Barty.
Cool.
Barty's the sheriff, right? Or
Barty is the sheriff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Guys, we're over here.
I'll be right there.
Titian's already got. Actually, Titian didn't know everyone else was coming, so he's just got himself a drink and Bixeldan a drink.
You saw one person walk in and ripped the painting off the wall and was like, "Great, we have a table now."
Yep.
Yeah.
You knew I was coming. You have to buy me a drink, Titian.
Yeah, I'll honor that. Yeah. Yeah. Just tell Mystelia to put it on my tab. Have Larry bring it over. We'll be good.
I'm actually gonna go see if she needs some help. I feel like I've filled in from time to time, and Daphne's taught me a thing or two, so I can help out.
Cool. That one's pretty easy to handle as you walk up to Mystelia. It's just, yeah.
Looks like you could use a hand or two.
Oh my God, yes. Please grab an apron. You know what? Forget the apron. Just come over to the other side. Yes, should be right with you. Thank you. As you're, I'll say there's banter that you can get information from Mystelia in between sort of the drink orders and going through that, but you were helping out in that at that time as Adim, you're going over to Barty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just we'll go over this. Excuse me, Sheriff.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Yep. I'll be. Okay. Great. Thanks, Frank. Appreciate it. Yeah.
I don't know how much time you spent outside. I'm not sure what you've seen or haven't, but the storm's on top of us. We're in the center. Just about.
Right.
And I walk away.
Okay, all right. What time do you think that you hear the voice trail in the distance as the crowd just kind of like moves in and blocks you away?
And I'll walk back over to the group. I'll walk back over to Tishian.
Cool. It is so crowded here. Perception checks would definitely be with disadvantage to be able to see anything, make out anyone. As you guys have a weird sort of pocket of space to be able to talk, but everything is having to be shouted from the amount of just people here.
So Bix, you wanna are you enjoying your drink?
That's not coming from me, by the way.
Oh, is that police siren?
Yeah, I wouldn't have put that in this game.
Yeah.
That-
Sorry.
That's
From
from
the
us.
other side.
Sorry.
That's
That's
us.
me.
Siren.
Those are good
Oh, that
old.
you? I thought that was me.
Those are classic Ohio sirens. Let me tell
That's
you.
right. That's right.
But no, sorry. Bix, are you enjoying your drink?
Sure.
You can well, I guess everyone's coming by, right? Well, actually, who is coming? Because Ianthe's going to the bar. Adim is kind of not with us yet, right? Is it just me
I
and
just
Bix?
went like this and then came back. So, I mean, by the time you probably get settled, I'm there.
Okay.
I basically walked over to Barty and went, the storm's on top of us, and left.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Green's probably the first one at the table.
Okay. So, I reckon we should probably talk about a couple things.
While he wants to talk about a couple of things, are there windows or any way I can see outside from here?
Oh yeah. This place is used to having to have as much like natural air coming in and out as possible. So yeah. They just have like curtains like kind of like put up, and like some of them are just like kind of like nailed into the walls, as they don't normally even have to have like closed and open shutters.
Okay. Is there a way I could sit somewhere where I can see the ocean?
Yes.
Okay. I would
Yep,
like to
I think you could just like you can just like every time you like back out from the conversation to look, you can kind of see just like a little blip of the ocean.
I mean, I realize this didn't come from the ocean, but storms often rile up things in the ocean, and
Mhm.
we're in Fantasyland and not Los Angeles
Sure.
or San Diego. Some of those things getting riled up have fangs and legs. And so I just want to just keep an eye out since we're on this coastal town.
You're saying in LA, a lot of things come out with fangs and legs from the ocean.
Yes, exactly. So,
All right. Now, I don't really know what to say, but I do know that we kind of need each other at this moment. So,
I'm
What
too
do-
dangerous. You're an E-Wolf. I can't be trusted.
we're all too dangerous. It's
I,
just- you could have possessed anyone.
I think you're
How do I know he's not coming back?
Well, because he's possessed our other friend that died. Like, he's probably in that body and rocking out with it. He's probably having a great time with Slagtan's old body. So,
And quite frankly, we don't. But we don't know that this god of the sea is going to come and possess me right now. They're obviously really pissed off.
Aaron
you
died.
see a couple dwarves that are like just right next to you having their own conversation, just like give you like and start to make their way a little bit.
hey,
Aaron died because of me.
No.
no.
Aaron did not
Alyssa
die.
almost died because of me.
Aaron
I
died.
threatened
because
to kill E-Wolf.
No,
Don't.
Your self-pity is cute, but no.
Listen, Bix, I gotta tell you, I've been possessed before. This is where I need to tell you, like, it's not fun, but you can't carry all the weight of what you did while you were possessed. It wasn't fully your actions. You know what I'm saying?
And don't even pull the part of I made some choices because he told me X, Y, or Z. He was threatening you. They were made under arrest. Stop.
Aaron died being a hero. Their
No,
actions
Aaron died as
are
a
their
pawn of
own.
goddess.
I mean, we went there because of them. It was their job they had to do. We tried to help, and the outcome was the same either way. I think that there's nothing we could have done. Obviously, I tried. I did literally the one thing that we could do, and that was it. But it's not on any of us. It's not on them. It's on this asshole, Tall. And I think whether we like it or not now, we're in this game.
Bix, I totally agree with Grian there. Grian, thank you for sharing. Tishian's just like a step away from starting to hand out like a talking stone or something.
Yep.
Grian, I appreciate you sharing your truth in this moment and being open for that. Bix, I think I 100% agree with him. It's something that you can't carry that weight. But I will say this, and I gotta be honest with you. You holding on to the ring and holding on to that secret, even if it led nowhere, that's what's troubling me. Like, why did you feel like you needed to keep something from the rest of us?
I've spent my whole life having to keep things from people. It's kind of in me.
And to be fair, I almost took the ring. It could have very well have been me. And above board, I literally almost did. So I'm just. But
Yeah, where I'm from, goblins don't do what I do.
What do you mean by? Do you mean like? Can you expand on that a little bit? What do you mean by what you do?
Goblins don't study. Goblins don't read. Goblins don't create.
Mm-hmm.
They're not allowed to.
Well, you're also not allowed to kill yourself in the ocean. So now that we have a long list of things that you can and can't do.
My point being is, you want to know why I didn't tell you, or why I keep secrets. I don't want them taken from me.
Have we ever in our time together tried to take something away from you?
You took my tool. You took my tool away the first time we met.
Did I?
Yeah, after we fell out of the house. In the house when I passed out, you took my tool.
But I gave it right back to you, I believe.
After I jumped at you.
Well, yeah, because you're scary.
I think you did hit him first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, we just met each other and we just both got expelled from a walking house. So it's like, but since then, since we fought together, since we've eaten together, broke bread and drink.
Stole a kid.
Well, now hold on. You did 80% of the kidnapping, you know. I was busy fighting a whole.
Guys,
Anyways.
no one kidnapped anybody, and he's gonna look around the restaurant to like everyone who's like shoulder to shoulder with us. No one kidnapped a child. Okay.
You look over at like a half elf female who just like kind of like looks over and goes,
Artie's taking notes.
Thank you.
yeah.
But I'm just saying, like Bix, we're building trust here, and we got to know we can trust you. We're not, and that's two ways. We're not gonna take away from you. You know, we want you to be a part of this team. If you're interested in staying a part of it.
And I apologize for my self pity. I know it is frustrating and unappealing for me to wallow in the self regret. I'm just afraid that something's going to happen to Alyssa because of me, or something's going to happen to you because of me.
Well, something's definitely going to happen to Alyssa if you walk away or do something stupid like you just tried.
That kid loves you, man. Like, E-Wolf just told us that kid asked about you every hour while we were gone. Every hour, where's Bix? How's Bix doing?
If anything happens to her, I couldn't bear it.
Well, then you'll just have to work twice as hard to make sure nothing does happen, won't you?
We got to research.
Yep. Sure, gotta read some books for sure. Research.
We got to figure out where to take her.
Yeah.
And I need to know what Massetti means.
Hold on, Massetti?
Massetti.
Where did Massetti come from?
When we left Grifton, Lavelia left Aaron, and at this point my eyes are going to go down. Left a note that just said Massetti. And that I think that's important. And I don't know why. And part of the reason I think it's important is because I don't know what it means exactly, other than it's a place.
Okay. You've never been there though, or
No.
okay, but you think we can? You think we need to go there for Alyssa? Or
I would like to learn more about it. I don't know, but I don't know where she needs to go.
Titian, you seem to know something about this place. You know what's going on?
I might know a thing or two about Massetti.
I'm an inside checking.
Go for it.
I'm definitely a very learned individual about travel.
15.
I think with the do I need to roll a deception check of some sort on the
Yeah,
inside?
I think so.
All right.
Because I wasn't around for that part with Slagtan.
But, by the way, and thanks for letting it slide with the deception check with Titian being possessed in the past. He absolutely was not.
I thought you were by a ghost
No.
in the mountain.
No, Titian was just trying to say something to make you feel like not alone.
What's really funny is that like technically actually Bixeldan wasn't either. So that's kind of why I let it slide, is because like your concept of what would be possession like level is kind of similar to what Bix was talking about.
Yeah.
All right, I threw a 16 deception.
Okay.
So I think with a 16, I don't think you take Titian exactly for face value, but I think there's something there. But like he's not. You don't know if it's just general anxiety at the moment, or if it's like there's something else. Like you can't differentiate right now. I mean, Massetti's a bit of a complicated place, but I mean, why don't we can go to Mirror and then I think maybe find some things here and out about it, but yeah.
If we can research there, I'll go.
See, I think it's gonna be stupid to say it. I think we should go to Mirror and then find out what we can about the object from the mountain? Because there's
What
people
object
around.
from the mountain?
Are you talking
He-
about the? Are you
yeah,
talking about
he's-
the stick? Are you-
Yeah,
is
the
it-
stick. I think we should find out what we need about the stick.
What stick?
We'll fill you in a little bit later when there's
Yeah,
less.
now is really not the
people.
time, Vix.
Okay,
But-
fair enough.
Yeah.
This is
At this moment, you do hear from Mystelia just a shout out. Okay, that's it. I'm sorry, we are all out of everything. You can feel free to stick around here, especially if you don't have a safe place to be. That's totally fine. But just to let you know, sorry, the kitchen is closed. You hear the normal sort of bar, sort of thing. Ianthe, as you feel that you are able to meander your way back into the group.
Yeah.
As you do so, go ahead and give me just a flat charisma check.
also, I feel like had we stayed at the bar, shirtless Grian and Ianthe would have made killer tips. Just saying.
That is true. 18.
18, cool. On passing by, and it was a pretty low DC. This is Mystelia. Mystelia trusts you, and then so kind of like walking through Ianthe. I imagine you're kind of like asking in general, like what do you know as far as like things of like what's happened or whatever. So that's high enough that basically all Mystelia can really tell you is that it came on very suddenly early this morning. It seemed like it kind of came from the north and it's just kind of stopped here, as if Mystelia actually like looks at you and tells you like, I know you have no idea how old I am, but I've been here for a while and it has never been like this. Also, I will never tell you how long I've been here or how old I am.
I feel like Ianthe
Never ask a
over
woman
the
her
years
age.
has like tried to trip her up and like
Yeah.
reveal.
It's like yeah, but she seems concerned, but only in the space of what she is able to protect, which is her bar and the city. Give me an insight check.
Oh, this dice is on fire tonight. 22.
22. She literally says that. She says, all I can worry about at this point is the bar and the people that are in it. She says that in a little bit of a almost haunted and tired expression, which gives you the idea that there's some things that you actually don't know about Mystelia, as the idea that Mystelia may have been in hearing how that expression was given, there's a possibility that Mystelia was responsible for other things, in something that didn't end great. But with that, she throws a dish towel at you and says, go ahead, clean yourself up, and you can just head out. Truly, I'm not, a lot of times bars will say that they're out just when they want people to leave. We're truly out.
I know. Yeah, no, I saw your stock. I saved one glass of wine for myself.
Okay, make it count.
Well, press
Also-
digitation and clean myself up.
Yeah. Also, she does say to you, says, also, be careful. That's not her. Also, be careful. Not really sure what's going on tonight, so just maybe stay indoors. I know about you and your crew and all that, but just be safe.
Yes, you too. And let us know if there's anything we can do to help. We'll probably stay at my mom's tonight, but if you need anything, you know where to find us.
You know where I'll be. Place just upstairs.
We'll come check on you in the morning.
That's fine. You head back to the group. Cool. So as Ianthe, you're rejoining and kind of reconnecting with the with the information that's being given. We see, as we see you move out, we see the camera start to kind of pull back out from the doorway and out into the storm ahead. Looking out over the storm, or looking out over Celeste itself, we feel ourselves kind of moving upward from the camera. We hear the sound of the crackling thunder as we move further, just slightly into above the canopy of the forest north of Celeste. We hear the sounds of the thunder going. We see, as we start to kind of duck down underneath, the dripping wet plants immediately just responding. There's just too much water. It's just a downpour drenching even through the canopy. As we see a figure with deep yellow eyes, crouched, waiting. As we see the yellow eyes blink, we notice that as the camera starts to pan over to the side, we see that what we assumed to be two yellow eyes was actually just one side of the face, as two other yellow eyes are blinking. We hear the sound of a snarl, just as we hear the distant sound of a dum. Dum. It's not the creature. We actually see the creature kind of pull back into the shadows, this gray sort of almost glassy-like skin in the wet seems to kind of shrink back to the leaves. It seems to be waiting and watching. As we hear that sound getting louder and louder, we hear the sounds of trees, small trees and plants kind of cracking, being pushed out of the way as we see a large foot. Mud splurts up as we see that foot, probably uncovered, moves up and up and up. Sif, could you please describe your character for us?
Yeah, so, you see a kind of like stone grayed skin, silvery eyes with flecks of white, and dark blue hair that is pulled back but kind of running down to the waistline. Dressed in clothes that are built for warmer weather, colder weather, definitely. Carrying a very large hammer and standing very, very, very tall.
As we look at Sif as the camera starts to pull back, literally having to pull back a fairly far distance to be able to get all of you in the shot. How tall is Sif?
9'2".
As we see the small beginning trees just happen to kind of crack as you are putting your weight against them. You let it kind of fall with a thud. Your hammer is out. You are on the hunt for something. Give me a survival check.
Okay. Oh, that's a wonderful start. That's a 3.
Awesome. Yeah, with a 3, you're looking through and you feel like you can smell something close by. You're hungry. It's been a long journey here. You look around and you know that your compatriot is going to be nowhere to be seen, but you look around just in case. And you see nothing but yourself and this forest. As we continue to hear the thunder cracking, we see your hammer reflecting off of each bolt of lightning that comes from the sky. At first, as if it's metal gleaming off of the light of the lightning itself, but upon closer inspection, it seems like it's responding to it, almost as if it's coming from the hammer itself. You hear a snap from a nearby brush, and as you turn around, you are not fast enough as this large creature comes bounding out and goes and attacks you. It is going to get the round first, but go ahead and roll me initiative.
14.
Nice. Okay. It attacks you first, but you're going to go next from it. It is going to attack you for 18 to hit.
That hits.
Got it. You take 13 points of piercing damage from the first hit. As you see this creature, massive, almost rhino-like hide, pulls itself out, bites into your, jumps up to have to bite into your shoulder, and you can feel the blood just ripping from your, from this area of your neck. Is going to go in to make an attack again. That is an 18 to hit.
That hits.
That is another 10 points.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last one is a nat 1. As the last hit, you're finally able to kind of get your bearings under as you're able to knock this thing back. As it seems to kind of skitter back, knocks into a tree, and you see as the thunder kind of cracks in the distance, we see this figure, 2 yellow eyes, large maw coming out, and a body that seems to be built just out of muscle. You see claws that are extended out towards you as this thing is going to rush to charge at you, but it is your turn, Sif. What are you doing?
So that's what we're doing tonight. I would like to rage.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to smack down with that hammer. Well, charge towards it.
You got it. What does your rage look like?
I think as I yell out, it kind of mixes with the sound of thunder.
Yes.
And my hammer starts to spark a little.
You got it. You start to yell out as soon as there's a... as you come down with the hammer to go and strike. Go ahead and strike.
Perfect. The first hit is a 21 to hit.
That will hit.
I've never used a D10 before. That's cool.
Also, feel free to give this everything.
Cool.
As you may need to.
Great. Okay. So that's 10, 13 plus 4, so 17 damage.
Okay. Nice. 17 damage on the first hit.
And then just go here. All right. 2d10. Okay. And then I'm going to swing again. After defeating. Okay. So that's a 16 plus 7, so 23 to hit for the second hit.
23 hits for sure.
And that's so 10, 20, 24 damage.
Okay, cool. This thing, as you manage to kind of like knock it down in its head, you see the head kind of collapse into the mud as you pick it back up with an upswing, and you see a large tooth go flying out of its mouth. Shush. Fantastic. Anything else on your turn?
That is it. I'm going to hold my ground.
You got it. Cool. As you check the like marking on your, or the wound that is on your neck, and you can tell it's not a flesh wound. This thing didn't kill you yet. You just wipe the blood off and it keeps going. It's going to go to attack you. That is a 17 to hit.
That hits.
Got it. And that is 12 points of piercing damage. Did I lose you guys? Someone say something.
Hi.
Okay.
Hi, I'm
We're
here.
still here.
We're
Cool.
listening.
Second hit is a 13.
That does not hit.
Cool. You got it. Second one just comes out, and you feel it. You're able to kind of like catch its claw against your own body, and that hammer as you're kind of like having it pressed against there. It's just kind of like roars in your face and goes to actually bite your face with a natural 17 to hit.
That hits.
And that is much less. That is only that's only 11 points of damage.
Is that halved?
Yeah, these are halved as you're raging.
Okay. Sorry, former Barb.
No, you're good. You're good. Awesome. That is the end of its turn. It is your turn.
All right. As a bonus action, I will use my Valkyrie and heal myself a little bit.
You got it. What does that look like as you do that?
One of the runes on the hammer just kind of sparks off and floats like an electric zap towards me.
You got it. As you feel it like kind of goes right into that part on your neck, and you can feel like it burns, but it feels good.
And then I'm gonna swing again.
You got it.
12 to hit.
12 does not hit,
Okay.
unfortunately.
18 for the second.
18 does hit.
So 7, 11 plus 5 for that. 4, so 13 damage.
Nice. 13 damage as you slam down onto this thing, and you see its arm seems to kind of like pull out of it, gets knocked out of its socket. You hear this like weird sort of heavy dark whimper from this thing as you hear a distant voice that says to you, good. As you see anything else in your turn?
Nope, that's it.
You got it. Cool. With one arm out, it is going to try to make its last 3 attacks with you with one hand, and it's perfectly on point. I think it just tries to kind of throw its dead arm at you for an 11 to hit. Which I assume does not.
Need.
So second attack goes for a 16 to hit.
That hits.
Slams down across your face. You feel that scar right across you as you take that's a lot. That is 18 points of piercing damage.
Just to be safe, I'm halving it myself. Yeah, you're saying
you're halving it yourself. Yes.
Cool. I didn't want to be
Yes. Yep.
cheating and like halving it twice.
No, good question. And the last one is a nat 1 as it tries to kind of like go again right at your face, and you're able to put that hammer up right in the way and smack it back down. You hear a voice shouts out to you, finish it.
How's it looking?
It looks hurt.
All right, that's enough. I am going to cast my Zephyr Bolt.
Got it. As you cast your Zephyr Bolt, please tell me what it looks. Yep, loses the save.
Like Thor, I will hold my hammer up to the sky and slam it down, casting lightning onto the creature.
As you slam it down, you see the bolt itself. You see the hammer itself goes into the ground, completely missing the creature. As you see it kind of like winces back and then goes as another lightning bolt comes down right on top of it. Go ahead and roll that damage for me.
And it's a DC 10 saving throw.
Yeah, I already failed it. You say DC 10?
Yeah.
That's 14.
Oh. Cool. And 1, 2, 3, 4, Okay. Oh, I lost my die. Let's do this one. Five and 6. 17 damage.
17 damage. How much damage did you roll?
It says 66.
Okay, you got it.
I
And
just
you rolled,
rolled
and you got
bad.
17. Okay, you got it. 17 is enough. So yeah, cool. With the that last hit, you see this thing just kind of. You see it kind of like move and start to kind of shake as it turns to the ground, falls onto its back, and then lies there smoking for a second under the rain as the rain continues to kind of fall. And you hear a voice from up above in the trees as you look up. It says, "Good. Now we eat." And with that, we're going to take our 10-minute break. We'll see you guys in 10 minutes. All right, so we are back. We are going to shift back to our, I would say the bar, but I think eventually you guys are going to go back to Sabella, so I think it just makes sense to kind of move it to that direction, if that's cool.
Well, I actually had a question about that, Jay.
Go for it.
Because I'm assuming most of us, Titian is definitely in need of a long rest, or at least some sort of sleep arrangement. So, does Sabella's have enough room for all of us, or should we
Yeah,
be
I would
looking
assume you
for-
guys want to probably, just find a spot in Sabella's. Otherwise, you'd have to pay at Miss Delia's. Yeah. So I
just wanna
assume
make sure
that's
there's,
why they
like-
were going there.
Yeah. I just want to make sure there's enough room physically. So, yeah, that's cool with me.
Yeah, more or less.
Sleep on
Somebody
the floor.
sleeping on the couch, somebody sleeping on the floor.
Right.
I'm sleeping under the sewing machine.
Perfect. Perfect.
Somebody's making a nest in a pile of clothes.
It's like falling asleep working on the car from under.
Yeah. So as we come to our group, scattered beneath the. I'm going to turn down the sound effects of the rain as you guys are indoors. You have cold egg rolls to eat. As you're all kind of sitting, standing, and kind of collect themselves. Alyssa's doing a very bad job at keeping herself from asking. So what happened? Like what did you do? Like in a like kind of excited sort of way, out of respect for respect for Aaron and recognizing that might not be a good thing to ask. But you can see like there's like a little bit of like just a twitchiness sort of coming from her. As you all feel like at this moment, and also at any point in time you want to kind of pull Alyssa away, you can just kind of like give a nod to Sabella or whatever.
I think I would probably see if Sabella could take her out of the room.
Okay.
Or E-Wolf. Either one.
What's the next plan? Okay. Alyssa, have I ever taught you how to make cookies in the kitchen? You see Alyssa totally not falling for it, just like kind of looks around and just goes, no, please show me. As you see Alyssa in the kitchen. You know how like little kids like know like, all right, I'm not supposed to hear this, fine.
I'll play along.
And you guys are alone. E-Wolf positions himself close enough to like the kitchen to where like he can tell if anyone was listening in.
Vix, do you still feel Tall's presence at all?
Do I still feel Tell's presence at all?
No.
I didn't think so, but no.
Do
Okay.
you mind if I do a quick check?
Be my guest.
And I will detect thoughts.
And I will not resist.
You got it. What does Ianthe feel if Tall's presence was not there? What does Ianthe feel from Bix?
A lot of guilt. Still a lot of anxiety. And those are probably the two predominant emotions.
Good. Ianthe, you feel a sense of foreboding, I think, with Bix as well. In the like, I think the image you kind of get where Bix's mind is at is I think you get an image of a distant field where you see the party all laughing and running around, and you see Bix standing or sitting on top of like a haystack as a storm is approaching and can't seem to warn anybody, and no one seems to be paying attention.
Oh, that's so heartbreaking. Okay. I'll pull out and just sort of look really sad at Vix.
I'll make eye contact. But it's going to be like almost dead eyes.
I'm the type to.
He's okay. It's safe. It's all right. Yeah.
I think that after Mirror, we should find the rods. I think that we're in this now. Names. I think, discussing with Broomhilda, I think that that's the best course of action. But I'm not sure if destroying them is the right answer. I know it's something Slag 10 wanted to do, but if there's a chance that we could use them against Tall in any way, shape, or form, I think we should.
Can we just clean up something smaller and maybe get the people of Mir safe?
After Mir, I think we should.
Yeah, he said after beer.
I'd
Okay.
love to start with that. Yeah.
And hear me out. I think the best place for
I think you're breaking up, Brandon.
Yeah, I can't make you out at all.
You went hear me out, and then your sound went out, and we heard none of it.
It's okay. Anthony, you didn't cut me off. Keep going.
No, you're good. We can hear you
I-
now. You just have to get closer.
Yeah, you're
I think the noise
It's-
gate's getting away from the more further you get from your microphone.
It's also the weird ass storm. It's still affecting.
Okay,
us too,
gotcha.
So, in fact, I'm surprised I haven't cut out yet. I've literally started a game, be like, let's go, and it's done. I think, as selfish as this sounds, I think that we should go to Anilduin and see if they have any answers on these rods. I mean, they're old, they're magic. They might know something.
Where's that?
I have zero idea.
Great.
We're missing another thing here. Alyssa. Because she's not going to stay here the whole time we're gone. Not because I don't want her to. She's not going to stay here. She's too curious to stay here.
I agree with that. I don't think... I think this is a safe place for her. I don't think she is willing to accept that.
You hear in the background. I don't understand. I can make the cookies cook faster if I give it more fire.
100 degrees at 1 second.
Why cook them at 350 for 10 minutes? Cook 'em at 3,500 for a minute.
You hear Sabella respond with, "I'm sorry. Did you just raise your voice at me? Excuse me, ma'am." It trails off.
Young ma'am.
Seriously, super
Young
safe
man.
for her here.
Young lady.
Like, really,
That's it.
but-
I mean, we'd have to find some place along the way to drop her and Ewolf off. Where she
Which
can
is-
learn. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Well, is that city that you mentioned before that Tushin knows on the way to wherever it is we don't know we're going?
Massetti.
Mix will look confused for a minute at that whole comment. Massetti, I do know the direction. Massetti is northeast.
Is that on the way to the place Brian mentioned?
No one knows where that place is.
Oh, okay. Well then, great.
Hey, you guys okay for a moment if I share a couple things?
Yeah?
Of course.
Sure.
Sorry.
I'll hand him the rock.
Yeah, hand me the.
Talking about.
We have a translating rock that we're just now using for a speaking stone.
Yeah.
Use it to translate our emotions.
God, they say D&D is therapy, and we're literally RPing therapy right now.
Yep. You think this is the first time I've...
So I gotta be honest with y'all. Since it was brought up at the bar, this ain't the first time Massetti's been brought up to me recently. On the ship, Aaron also brought it up to me as a place to go to as well.
Right.
Apparently, it was passed along to her, them to by. I'm trying to remember who it was that passed along to Aaron. It might have been like Lavelia. Lavelia passed along to them, and they were just talking about it with me, and I convinced them not to go. I told them it's not a good place, not a good time of year to go visit. That it's but I feel like I'm asking Bix to tell the truth, so I'm gonna share the truth with y'all. The reason I don't want to go to Massetti is because I took part in the massacre that occurred there.
Chelsea, shocked.
Chelsea's like, fuck this. No.
Yeah.
She's like coming in here.
Please.
She's coming in here right now to punch me in the arm. It's not something that I think I've told bits and pieces of this, but when I left the Roar, it's because I woke up one night while I was on the road on the march with them, and they to them pillaging and massacring the whole town of Massetti. I saw horrible things that those Leonin did to those people. They the blood spilled could fill oceans. And the screams are something that's still with me. As a matter of fact, this and Titian's gesturing to the mark on his face. This mark on my face is actually, it appeared after a vision I had of the town recently after the fight with the hag, where I remember in that story that an old woman's blood was spilled on me as I was trying to convince them to stop. I refused to take part in it, and that's how I was discharged from the Roar and labeled a traitor because I refused to take part in it. But now I find myself sort of torn in another moment because on one hand, it's come up twice now in three times in real recent memory, and there's got to be some reason why the universe is putting it to us right now. It has something to do with the sticks or the rods. That's one thing. If it's something that the universe is saying this is a place where maybe Melissa and Ewolf, I don't know, something to look into. But on the other hand, I can't help but feel there's going to be nothing but bad that comes from me going there. I can tell you the last thing those people want to see is another Leonin walking into town. The last thing I want is for those people to see me as a Leonin walk into that town. So I might need to get over that so we can go, but I'm trying to figure out how to do that.
I mean, having survived a massacre myself, I completely understand where you're coming from. But if it's somewhere we need to go when you're ready and you think you can do it, I think it's definitely somewhere we can look.
You said Lavelia mentioned it to Aaron.
That's
Yes.
Yeah.
What's her connection to it?
I
need
don't.
a library.
Could be.
What about the magic rock guy?
Who?
The magic guy here. Wasn't able to go.
Heschel?
Yeah.
Ugh. You can go, but you're on your own.
I
I
will.
like him.
Great. Take a Dean with you.
He's I don't know. I like him.
Den Mother Aegis is from Massetti.
Oh,
I
interesting.
overheard a particular lesson long ago between her sister and Den Mother. I don't know if that connects,
To be
but
honest,
I think it connects a lot.
I think so.
it's where I think she's going. What happened? What are we laughing at? I'm so confused.
Fidget's reaction made me laugh.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Could be time for a family reunion, though. Maybe. Possibly.
I saw a map once. It's pretty far from where I assume we are.
I mean,
Go to the map.
I can get us there. I know where it is.
So
It
is
a-
that
it
is that
a
the route
far-
we're taking?
Okay, tell me
Well-
about Mir.
I'm sorry. What
Mir
was
is
that?
closer.
What? Yes. What are we doing at Mir?
We're freeing the town of Mirrors under they're under the oppression of the Roar, and we made
We
a
promised
deal
to help, and we're really not sure how.
Yeah.
But we promised we'd help them like weeks ago, and we haven't been able to do anything. And we feel really bad about it.
We got the whole reason why we're kind of out here is because we initially left to get them leverage to protect themselves, and we promised them protection, and we haven't been able to circle back to check on them or get them to safety.
I'm doing it. I'm trying to find something to write down, and I'm brainstorming, writing stuff down.
Mhm.
I'm writing Mir, Massetti, Rod.
So is that the journey then? We're going to Dyer's Wharf, Mir, Massetti?
What did we need to go to Desmore for?
That was going to be our short way there.
Well,
Unless you want to cut
I
through
mean-
the wilds between. and
Yeah, I
on
think it's
foot.
just a more direct road, possibly.
that makes sense.
It's kind of 6 of 1 in some ways, like because the forest is, as you guys know, extremely dangerous place. So like geographically, I believe it's shorter, but Dare's Wharf would be more of a road
Easier.
and possibly safer. Yeah,
But doesn't that take us directly past Hossamall?
Yeah.
Yep.
it does. Yes, it does.
And at
Yes, it
least
does.
3 of us are. I think we would be known.
Extremely not welcome at in Hasamal.
I'm looking at the map now. Massetti is
Said he's way up there.
quite a bit further away too.
Is it on the coast?
No.
No.
Well,
It's completely opposite direction.
yeah.
Is
It's
there
like-
another city on the coast past Dare's Wharf around the coast?
No, because that's when you hit the mountains.
No,
that
it's
like if you go
mountains.
north a little bit, Raven's Rock is there.
Is Zajar a place?
That's a bad place. I remember that's bad.
Okay.
We don't want to go there.
Is
I
there
don't know
any?
what's there.
You know
The
what we-
Shadowfell's a bad place too.
Yeah, we went there. Look
Zajar
at how
is
that
like Zajar is actually like no one knows the name of the actual place, so basically they called it Zajar, truly because like no one that is of like no one well known knows what goes on there or what's the deal there.
I'm wondering.
Titian, you know particularly that Zajar is a very bad place. The platoon of the Roar that had gone out to explore to possibly try to like say, hey, we're going to protect you, we're under our rule, whatever they're going to find, never was heard from again.
because they were so happy there, they just decided to stay.
That's probably what happened. Yeah.
Probably what happened.
In my travels on my ship, are there any coves, west and north along the coast beyond Dare's Wharf, where we might anchor a ship that would get us closer to Massetti without going by Hasselmal?
Massetti, you have to go like so.
Well, I know we're going inland. And I don't have a picture of the map, but what I'm thinking is if we can get north of Hasselmal and then travel east to Massetti, if there's some kind of naturally occurring cove that we can drop the ship off, we can take the boat.
You'd have to go through like a whole mountain range.
Oh, okay then. Never mind.
Can I throw this? Because I'm seeing some like rivers here, Joe, that go through the map. One that does lead through an Elduin. Are those rivers deep enough
So
where we could?
I'm just going to remind you guys, no one knows. Nelduin is a city that has been claimed by some as the Elven city, and there's been many travelers that have tried to go through to try to find it and has never found it. Those rivers are there for sure. You're going to be having to kind of go upstream past them. So.
Well, and I think for our purposes, Titian is thinking through the geography of the region. I don't think he's as interested in Elduin as he is like, can we take those rivers up? Because they do lead to Hasselmal, but we could get off and then walk to Mir before getting to Hasselmal from there.
Yeah, it's possible. I mean, truly,
with those
here's
rivers-
the reality.
Yeah.
Because of where Mir is, in the idea of having to travel specifically through a river, having to go upstream because it's going to be traveling opposite from there, it's going to be probably just as difficult to take a ship through those rivers as it would be to just travel across.
Okay.
But, I mean, it's possible.
I mean, I think we're losing the ship no matter what. I don't think it's
Well, we're not losing it. It just isn't going to come with us.
right. I mean, here at least we'd have it with Ianthe's mom to sort of keep an eye on it, I guess. But do we want to cross the land, or do we want to go to Dare's Wharf and travel up through Hasselmal? I mean, we can't travel through
necessarily
Hasselmal.
through Hasselmal. We'd just be scary close to it.
Right.
Yep. You guys could also try to travel around Dare's Wharf up through the mountain pass. There is a river that seems to come in just north of Hasselmal, but I mean, you're not entirely sure. Again, this map, especially for you guys, is like an estimation. If it was a South Imea map, clearly noted.
Right.
I mean, the other option is
What
that we
it's
go north through Azumari, I think, around the woods.
For what it's worth, my vote is sail to Dare's Wharf and take the rope. And just maybe disguise the three of us. Or hide us.
If
That's
we
good.
don't do we have to go through Hustle Mall, or can we go around Hustle Mall?
We just have to go past it.
I mean, I think that's a fine plan. I think we just need to commit to it and go for it.
So stick to the OG plan.
Sure. Yeah.
We bring E-Wolf and Alyssa with us.
I think so.
I think we have to.
Yeah. There's not going to be anywhere. I mean, there's nowhere for us to drop them off, short of maybe leaving them where we end up taking the residents a mirror to for safety.
That's
But,
probably not a good idea.
well, depending on where we're, I don't think we even have necessarily a place for the residents a mirror just yet.
No, we don't.
I think
We had
do.
decided on Raven's Rock before everything happened.
I think that's where we left off for it. Yeah. And we were gonna send to Riley to teleport them all there, and then we were just gonna walk away, right?
Riley. Who's Riley? Oh, I met Riley. That's right. Never mind.
Yeah.
All right. So I mean,
So is that
sorry, I was just getting back.
We're on the same page.
Yeah.
We're good. That's what I'm saying. I think we're on the same page.
So I guess we get a night's sleep in us, get some food, pack up, and head out for Dare's Wharf in the morning.
I think it depends on the storm.
Just to make sure, so to be clear, it's Celeste going to Dare's Wharf and then up past Hassam Altamir.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm writing it all down step by step.
You got it.
Yep.
I think the weather's going to dictate when we go.
Yeah, I mean, this storm can't
Yeah.
last forever, though, can it?
I don't know.
Depends on what brought it. I'm still wondering. It's not natural. It's well, I won't say it's supernatural, but it's beyond natural. There's something's different about it.
This is not usual.
It moved here and now it's staying. Something's up.
So
Do we have to
step
find
one might
Kofi?
actually be figure out this storm.
Yeah. Do we have to find Kofi first before we go?
No, he doesn't want to be found. He'll get in touch with us if he wants to.
Okay.
Can we please get a night's sleep before we fight a storm, though? I mean, I'm all for fighting a storm, but I don't think I can do it unless I can, like, at least get at least 8 hours of sleep.
Preferably 14.
Preferably just, a good amount.
Well, if the storm is like this, with sleep or not, it might be better to walk along the beach to get to Dare's Wharf. Just hoof it. They might be safer.
We'll get some sleep tonight. See what happens with the storm, and I guess figure it out from there.
But if the storm isn't natural, we need to keep a watch even if we're here.
Yes. Well, and this is my city. I'm not going to let anything happen to it, and I'm not going to walk away while it's in danger.
Well, I'm going to call Ianthe's bed. I
Wait,
think.
no, that's mine. You can have Daphne's.
What?
Plus, Ianthe's bed's Alyssa's bed.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Oh.
Tishian, before we go to sleep, can I borrow your ring? I'll pass you the bag back, so I'm not just taking everything from you.
Oh, you're going to give me... Sure. I've always wanted to be a librarian. Let me keep checking things out to you. So, you give me the bag of holding back, and then you want my... Which ring do you want? I have 2 of them.
I have a message to send to someone's.
Oh. Well, how many charges are you going to use? Because I need to talk to my mom.
Like 2, maybe?
I need 1 send. My mom knows I went to the shadow. If I don't check in with her like at least every couple of days, she's going to get nervous, and I got to check in with her.
There's no way that Brandon's gonna know that there's 3 on this charge. So
Is there
yeah,
3?
there's not 2. There's more than 2.
Yeah, there's 3. I'm just
I thought there were
There's
3.
There's
Yeah.
Sorry. All right, fine. You can use 2, but you can't use more than that.
Oh, that's totally okay. I appreciate it a lot.
Listen. If you use the 3rd one, I'm telling my mom on you, and I'm just being honest with you right now. All right, and Titian will give the ring to Graham.
Thank you. Is everybody heading to bed?
I'm gonna go find my mom, but that can wait.
Do we want to talk
I'm gonna go
about?
help cookies.
Do we want to talk about who's staying up for watch shifts?
I'll stay up first.
I think. Oh, I'll just go pass out. I'm sorry, guys.
I can stay up for something.
Titian will stay up for 1.
I can take the middle one. I don't have anything that is spell-ish enough.
I can watch. It's not a big deal.
Are we watching? Are we more concerned with inside their house or something coming from the inside or from the outside?
I'd be more concerned about something coming from the outside to the inside.
Okay. Then when I take my watch, I'll be on the porch.
Can I'll take last watch so that I can get some sleep in and so I can heal up. But yeah.
Okay. So who's taking first watch?
I will.
Okay. And second,
Me.
and then Titian, you're on third.
I think so. I'll be on 3rd.
Okay.
Still get a full long rest with watch, right?
No.
Oh, you don't? I thought you did.
Of course you do. Why would I do that to you?
Because it'd be pretty fun.
Why would I do that to you?
All right.
Matt, I love you. Wait a minute. Wait.
What?
Do we get a lunch if we?
What did I volunteer
You can't
for?
get lunch.
So if I work a full shift, do I get a break? No.
No. God.
Cool. So yeah, as you all kind of get prepared for, also like at this point, Alyssa like kind of, can I come in with the cookies now?
Depends on how good they are.
Sabella actually speaks on this. So they're a little different. They're a little well done. And you see Alyssa kind of comes out and just comes with the cookies, and you see it. They're just a little bit more crunchier and darker. Cool. And you guys all kind of bed down for the evening. So we'll do first watch. No, actually, before we do first watch, we'll do as we once again kind of pull out from the scene, as we see everybody kind of grabbing the cookies and taking a moment to kind of relax before they're claiming their spaces in the house. We pull out to the sound of the crackling thunder and the wind, the rain as it continues to pick up. And we fade to black. As we come back, we see a small fire. We hear the sounds of the crackling as there's, for some reason, no water that is coming in as a downpour to kind of block it out. As we see, coming from the ground up, we see 2 sets of feet. One significantly bigger than the other. As we pull up to the sort of makeshift of a very large, possibly like kind of like the like just the leg of this creature that is being like put over what's that called? Spoke, something.
Spick.
Over, spick. Thank you.
Spit?
Over, yeah, spit. It's spit. There we go. You see a figure sitting kind of close to it, looking at the meat as it is being cooked from the extremely tough skin. You see a figure that is kind of shaking its head, as we see an older man, long white beard, raggedy cloak that is put over his head, and just piercing white blue eyes. You see the figure is looking at the meat as he's rotating it. This meat is too tough. Can you take the skin off, please?
Sure. I mean, it's the first good meal we've had in how long?
Well, I was trying to... Is the last part of your training to live in some time of 2 days without eating. Sorry, but yes, no, please. I'm also starving.
Oh, I'll just start trying to cut away at the meat.
You got it. As you try to do so, you feel like it is extremely tough. At a certain point, you look at the dagger that's in your hand and just kind of put it to the side, and you just use your fingers as you just wrench it as you pull the skin and some of the meat off the bone. Okay, yeah, no, that's good. I'll get it from there. Yeah, thank you. Just give it. Can you?
And I'll hand him the meat.
Thank you.
I never properly thanked you for helping me. I'm still not sure why you would go to such lengths, but I do appreciate it.
Your clan is very important to me, as now you are. There is much power in you. I can see that.
If only my father could say the same.
Your father knows of 2 or 3 things. Trust me when I say I know different things.
Interesting.
We will find a place for you soon.
Sooner rather than later.
Well, if you're so quick to try to find a home, maybe you shouldn't have run away from yours so quickly.
No. I don't mean to be disrespectful. Thank you for all that you've done. It's just a long road, and we're both very tired.
What's on your mind?
I think I'm just scared to be.
This is in character. You just hear him laughing, and it's a weird sort of laugh. It's slightly higher pitched than the rest of his voice, I think, as he hears you being scared.
Just to be so far away from all that I've known.
I understand. I used to be far away from things I know. A long time ago.
And now?
Now I know many things. Too much, some might say. So it goes back to the food. Sif, as you are staring at your recent mentor, Snorri, give me an insight check.
That is a 20. Dirty 20.
Great. Snorri is a man that is consistently shocking you ever since you first met him, which was not too long ago. Probably about maybe like a week, I think, probably traveling with him. Snorri is the only human that you know that has been accepted not in just one giant clan, but two. Traveling from place to place, is the only figure that has been seen as part of the little folk, quote unquote. Knowing that that's true demands a significant amount of respect from this individual. So far in your journeys with him, you've been given the idea that, well, you've been told that he is a great wizard. Your week with him has proven a little frustrating. I think for Sif, there's a part that I want to see great magic. I want to see what this... as a giant, you're always sizing up your friends as well as your opponents on what they can do, and you've seen very little from this man besides the occasional sort of cantrip. As you see now that most of his concentration has been on keeping this sort of magical shield above the fire to make it not go out. He is extremely familiar with your language, and he seems to be extremely old. But the insight check specifically I'm having you do is just on the idea of getting a sense from him, maybe more on the realm of how he reacts to people asking about him. And you see that in those eyes that are blindingly blue, seem to have their own sort of glow about them. You feel like if the light of the fire went out, you feel like you would still see his eyes in the dark. That's how bright they are. But he seems, as many elderly folks do, sad. For the elder giants that you've seen, those sad eyes is more related to the idea of, as a giant, when you get old, if you're lucky enough to get old, you lose your physical prowess before anything else. And that is extremely important to all giants, but even storm ones. But this is a different sort of sadness. This is, as he says, some people say too much. You get the idea that this is, if there was ever a man who knows too much.
Well, it's been some time since we've seen anyone, for that matter. How much longer do you think we'll be on the road?
Hard to say. Your grandfather and I have been in conversation using his eyes. He sees the future with you, not alone, but with several people, all of the little folk.
It's funny, not being the little one anymore.
Yes, I'm sure that is a interesting change of pace for you. Do not be surprised if when you meet this group, they do not accept you right away. You are very different for them, as they you.
I'm eager to meet them.
But don't worry, I will be watching from afar at least the first few days, and then I have much work to do.
Care
But
to
that-
elaborate?
Do I care to elaborate? I
just lean in all excited.
love it. Well, there is. I do have to wake up in the morning. I have to make sure that I'm breathing. I need to make sure that I'm getting sustenance. It gives you kind of a little, like, kind of a wink to his eyes as he catches your interest and knows that in this moment he can't tell you. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It was worth a try.
One thing I can tell you for sure is that wherever you are going, you are very well needed. And according to your grandfather, you are going to be involved with a group that is going to be doing something very special, my man. And I can't say any more on the matter, but I will say that this is a land that is desperately in need of something fantastic.
I'm excited for something fantastic then.
Does your weapon need any sustenance? Do we need to give? We have plenty. As we turn around and we see this lesser gray render body just fully splayed out. Rib cage has been pulled out. Innards just kind of everywhere. But it is truly massive compared to Snorri, who is kind of like sitting on this like sort of like rock, kind of gesturing to the significant amount of meat behind. Sif, you're looking at the meat that Snorri has on the spit and going like, that's not even going to be close to the amount of sustenance I need, dude. Like, but you haven't said anything yet, and I don't know if you would or not, but yeah.
No.
Does your weapon need anything for the great, what did you call it?
My sky shadow.
Sky Shatter. You giants and your names for your weapons.
No, just perhaps we all need a long rest after this exciting hunt.
Well, I am an old man. I need to get some shut-eye. You feel free to... let me just take... And you see him take what is in your mind an abysmal portion of meat from this creature. You just get my fill, and I will go over to the side, and you can go and do your brooding thing as you young giants do. And you see...
Sleep well, my friend.
You the same. You see him kind of get up, and as he does so, you see the this weird sort of magical shielding seems to kind of like falter for a second. He goes, "Oh, you stay. Okay. Good night." You see him kind of move behind this rock and disappear.
I'll just sit there and enjoy the storm.
As you hear the crackling of thunder, there's a sense of home for you. You've been away from your home for a week, But thankfully the storm has followed you, never ceasing from your journey from the beginning of Snorri to where you are now. And as you sit and enjoy, you hear an interesting sound. There we go. You hear silence for a second as the rain dies down, and you hear the sounds of the forest itself. It's odd. Not welcoming. Alien to you. What do you do? I'm actually going to switch this over to something else.
I'll take my flask or drink thing and just kind of toast it to the sky and just be like, to whatever comes next.
You got it. As we pull out from that scene, we go behind the rock as we see Snorri just sitting, very much like this picture, just sitting in wait, looking around, hearing the change. You seem to hear Sif toast. Good girl. She'll do fine. We fade to black. For the rest of you, you hear something very, very similar. For the first people who are taking watch, just raise a hand for me. Okay. Bix, as you are kind of sitting maybe out on the porch side, listening to the rain kind of coming down, you see, and we'll switch over to that. Why not? You see Alyssa kind of pulls a blanket out and comes out to kind of meet you on the porch. Hi.
Hi.
Can I sit here?
Of course.
What are we listening for?
The storm's kind of not normal, apparently, so we're just wanting to keep an eye out in case something strange happens.
Like what?
I don't know. Just something strange.
Like what?
Oh, I don't know. Let's say a wizard made the storm.
What's the wizard's name?
Locust.
He's green skin and a big old nose.
And he's got a big pointy hat.
Yeah, big pointy hat with a bunch of stars on it.
Yep, and a big stick.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Aaron is gone.
We're all sorry. But sometimes, like I said, I told you we would do everything we could do to keep ourselves safe, but we can never make that as a promise.
You can't protect everybody.
You can try. You can try as hard as you can, but we can't control everything.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I I had a really good time. I like it here.
Good. I'm glad that you like it here. Would you want to stay here, or you just like to visit?
I don't know.
Like I said, I'm just asking. I'm not.
That's a big question. I'm 5.
This is true. It is a very big question, but you're a pretty big girl too. But if you can't answer it, that's fine.
I thought we needed to go out and save the world.
Well, first, I want to help you so you can learn to control.
So that I could go out and help you save the world.
Right, but you need to, it would help if you could learn to control the gift that you have.
You said you can't control everything.
I didn't say you could control everything. That doesn't mean you can't control anything. I can control how hard I try to do something. I can control what I think about somebody. I can control. And while Vix is saying this, he's like, "You are such a hypocrite for saying that you can control anything." You know, it's like you can control some things, you just can't control everything.
Is that just because you're not a like a god? Bob talks about how there's a lot of gods and some people think they're important.
All I know is there's a lot of chance in the world. And chance makes things, you know this. Chance makes things where you can't predict everything. And the best you can do is learn how to adapt to that change. And hopefully you become better for it.
So like change or chance could be by God.
If that's what you think, yeah. Chance could also be a butterfly flapping its wing and changing the weather.
Butterfly can't change the weather.
Can they change how the air moves?
Yeah.
What if that change in the air movement changed the air movement somewhere else? And it goes and it goes and it goes.
No, because the air would stop moving after a bit, and like the whole butterfly effect like
Yeah.
concept is like just like lost on this child.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Are you scared?
Scared of what?
that you can't control everything.
A little bit. But all I can do is control the things that I can. I can control that I'm going to protect you from anything.
But you, never mind.
What? Tell me.
But you couldn't. Not that it's your fault, but you couldn't. You couldn't protect everyone.
You're right. But I can sure try as hard as I can. Just because you try doesn't mean you succeed.
So
And that's
how
part
do you
of
know
life.
that you could protect me?
Like I said, I know I can try to protect you as hard as I can. That I can control. And I can control the fact that I would get in front of anything trying to hurt you. I can control that I would fight a wild animal chasing us so you can get away. That I can control.
Okay. So if I'm trying to control something like the weather, and I had chance as my god, maybe I could control the weather.
Possibly.
Bix, do me a favor, roll me a d20.
Sure. Five.
Cool. You see Alyssa puts one hand out. She's got like her other hand's just kind of like wrapped around the blanket that she has. And she's putting the other hand out.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to change the weather. That's what we were just talking about. Okay. Maybe my god's sleeping.
You never know.
I'm glad you're back.
I'm glad I'm back too. I'm glad you're okay. Did Eowulf do a good job making sure everything was going okay?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Did you have fun?
Yeah, there was this. Remember the boy that when I was trying to control my light is going off, and there was this boy who saw that I was making light go everywhere, and he was like super like into that. So he came by that house and was asking for me, and then Ewolf literally chased him across the street.
He's just trying to take care of you. He didn't know the boy.
Yeah, I asked him because Ewolf said he's too old for you, and I was like, I don't understand what that even means.
Good. He's just wanting to make you safe. He's wanting to make sure you're safe. That's all he's doing.
Okay. I was steal one more cookie and we'll go back to bed.
Sounds good.
Gives you a hug. Looks at the looks around at the weather as it's kind of coming down. Just one more like. Kinda
We'll
walks
work
off.
on it.
As she walks off, about 5 seconds later, the rain stops.
No. No way. Maybe way.
You peek in and you see inside on like the you see Alyssa just kind of like reaching up on the shelf trying to kind of reach for the cookie as she is not aware of what happened at all, as you're saying to yourself, no way, maybe, no.
No.
Yeah, and with that, all is quiet. You notice a couple people seem to kind of like move out of their move out of the windows, kind of like check behind their doors or whatever. You hear them kind of like shout inside, clearly like representing like the weather seems to have died down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anything else you want to do on your watch?
I just got a lot of thinking, basically.
Yeah.
But nothing weird. Just introspection. I'm actually at this point right now not even interested at the items I left behind. I'm just I got to do some me time.
Cool.
And then I will wake up Adim.
You got it.
And when I wake him up, I'm just going to look at him and say, thank you. And then go to bed.
I full on think waking up Adim is like touching Adim and Adim's just eyes just popping right open.
Yeah.
And when he says thank you, I just nod and smile. And then go out on the porch. And
unfortunately, the storm has passed. It's no longer as wet.
But that's okay because there's probably puddles. So I sit on the edge of the porch and put my feet in the water.
I love it.
My bare feet are just in the water. I'm just watching, enjoying the night sky and the remains of a storm and what the sound of wet and the smell of wet and the sea smell because we're right next to it. So I'm still enjoying myself. I'm close to the water. I'm good.
As you're hanging out there by yourself, first off, is there anything specific you wanted to do?
Just watch. I mean, since I'm watching, I know it's a house. I won't just sit on the porch. I'll walk around the house. I'll be active, but not leave the house.
Got it. You have advantage now. Give me a religion check with advantage.
Okay. Oh, well, okay. 19.
Cool.
And that was natural because I have no pluses on that. So a 19, a real 19.
Nice. The 19 is you kind of walk around the house. You come back to the center and you're kind of facing the doorway. You see, you happen to see inside, you see a couple eyes in the staircase, just kind of like looking through the stairs, seem to have just kind of come down. As you see, Alyssa is trying to come down to take her third cookie, sees you, and just kind of scampers back up the stairs.
Okay. I play like, huh? Even though like I didn't see her, like, huh?
I love it.
And then they continue my watch.
I think there's a moment of like real...
But I will also leave the kitchen door or kitchen whatever slightly ajar so she can fit through it.
Love it.
Without making noise as I leave. And then
Awesome.
I'll go back outside.
I think before you go back outside, you're looking at this moment, and there's a moment of just like real joy and mirth. You made a joke. You like legitimately were like, you were trying to play up something that would give an instilling sort of idea to a child as trust. and your amulet glows.
Oh, good lord. Okay. I will, given what I've seen recently, I will put my hand on the amulet, not to cover it, but just to feel it,
Mm-hmm.
and go outside to the water.
Got
The puddles of water outside the house. I'm not leaving my guard post.
Yeah.
I'm not being like, peace, everyone. You know, so I just hold it and I'm trying to, it's glowing for a reason. So kind of like just reaching out, like trying to feel like, what do you need? I don't know what this, I'm assuming it's part of now my father's soul. So I'll reach out to my father again, get my tattoos to come up, be like, hello, like, are you here?
Are you looking down at the puddle?
I am, honestly, my eyes are probably closed for a while, but then I probably will look around and it might, I mean, at first I'm trying to shut off any sense that isn't the amulet.
Right.
That's kind of like when you're driving, you turn off the radio when you're looking for something, you
Mm-hmm.
know, you know what's going on. But then if that's not working, I probably would like just sit back. Actually, I imagine sitting back down, feet in the puddle, hand on the amulet, and then putting my head down, and then I would be looking in the puddle. So
Yeah. As you look down, looking at your feet in the puddle, and every time you kind of move, like it gives that ripple out. At one point, you just move a little bit, and you see that ripple go, and you see a reflection in the pool that almost looks like you.
oh goodness, okay. All right. And I notice it almost looks like me, so I'm on high alert, but I don't, I hold on to that feeling and that sight. Like I don't start. I notice it and now I'm intrigued.
Yeah. You see a figure looking up at you, same facial structure. You see the hair is a little different. It's pulled back. It seems to be like kind of like cut up top, almost in this like very similar to actually like Sif's photo, and this almost like Viking sort of looking like cut. You see the eyes themselves seem to be they seem to be recessed, but the like kind of like ocular bones around seem to be a little bit more kind of pushed out. That's definitely not your reflection. It's close.
Okay. I think to
Same.
myself, okay, well, this is why Sabella looked at me. Not Sabella, excuse me. Is that
No, you're right. Sabella.
Is it Sabella? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, now I know why Sabella was looking at me. It wasn't because, okay. I just kind of like make that mental reaction. I'm still holding the amulet. Is the reflection moving with me? Or is it watching me as I'm moving, is it remaining separate in movement?
Seems you're remaining slightly separate in movement. I think you put a hand, like you're still holding the amulet with one hand, you kind of put a hand up and you see it does seem to respond, but it's significantly delayed.
Okay. I just quietly say, you left us with some mysteries. And see what that was out loud. And I want to see if there's a response from it.
You see the figure smiles, gives a nod, kind of like off to the side as if to say, sorry.
Before it goes away, and I say, before you go away again, I'm glad to have seen you.
You see as you're kind of clutching the amulet, you see, I think you're still kind of clutching with one hand. You kind of did the wave, then you kind of put your hand down. You see he clutches the same amulet with two hands, and you see it kind of glow brightly.
Dean's probably crying right now.
Yeah, you see it, that it happens again, that sort of delayed reaction. You see the same thing kind of happen with yours, just and once again, just for a second, you feel a your heartbeat just goes doo-doo,
It doubles.
doo-doo, doo-doo, doo-doo. Yep.
Maybe that's why you're here. And that here is a double-edged sword, like here with me now, but here in the amulet.
Mm-hmm.
And another puzzle, apparently. Does it have anything to do with my sister's amulet? And does my other sister also have one?
There's no response right now. Ianthe, where do you think you're sleeping?
I'm in my room.
Okay.
I'll share
You
with
got it.
Alyssa if I have to, but I'm sleeping in my bed.
No one's there to perceive this. But as you ask that question, the figure seems to kind of ripple away. It goes back to being you. But Ianthe, as we see from the camera's view, your vial seems to glow. Just as you are fast asleep.
Yeah.
Comes back down.
So Adim continues his watch and just, after waiting for a little while and realizing it's probably just the moment has gone, Adim continues his watch and just walks around, but he spends more time with his feet in the water.
Very nice. Titian, eventually I think you come outside, big yawn, stretching out arm, and as you are changing of the guard, is there anything you guys say to each other as you're changing?
I just say it's been pretty quiet. Storm's over for now, it looks like. Hopefully you're having a peaceful watch. I pat him. I reach up to pat him on the shoulder. And I head over to wherever it was I was supposed to be sleeping.
Yeah. Titian, that pat on the shoulder feels a little like, oh, thanks. Like, interesting.
I literally think it's the most affectionate Deem has ever shown.
Yes.
Like,
It is.
So, like, I think Tissue's like, yeah, dang, sure. Good, have good sleep to you as well. Sweet dreams.
I'll probably take the couch.
Yep. Yeah. All right.
As a Deem finds a place, probably in the lower level to sleep, but going back to bed, right, wherever you were.
Yeah, couch, whatever, rug.
Yeah. As the camera seems to want to move back to Titian, it seems to stop for a second. It moves further up to a separate room where Grian is staying. Grian, you have either woken up or have not gone to sleep yet, as you're just thinking about what to say as you have that ring on.
He's gonna put on the ring because I think you need to wear it. And the first message he's gonna send out is, he's gonna say, Dr. Quran, I don't know where you are, what plane you're on, but I need that info on Anilduin. The fate of Amaya could depend on it.
Interesting.
I think there's like a 5% chance it could fail because if he's on a different plane.
Also, this is the DM's soft reminder to anyone who's doing a sending to something that might be surprising. It helps to let the DM know you're going to do that. Okay. You hear a response back, but I'm going to need I'm gonna need an investigation check.
That is a nat 19 for a dirty 20.
Nice.
Gotta love a low intelligence.
You hear a response that is seems to be kind of like blocked out, but not by like a static noise. It's more like a warbled sort of sound, as if something is underwater. But the with a 19, you can actually hear that this isn't. This is definitely not just water. It's almost like it sounds like it's a little thicker. As you hear this. You will be able to I moving to Morakaba. Morakaba. As you hear one word, Morakaba.
Interesting. Can I roll to see if I have any idea what that means?
Morakaba is a city in Imea.
North Emea.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As much
roll
as
me,
I would...
roll me a history check to
Okay.
see how much you know about this.
It's a nat 9 for a 10.
Cool. Morakaba is a city in North Imea.
And as much as I would love to
I
respond,
love Chelsea's laugh there. That was great.
knowing that Tishia needs at least a message, my second message is going to be he's going to say to his former lover, he's going to say, Xavier, I'm not sure if you're alive, but if you are, I'm sorry. I miss you, and I still care about you a lot.
As the DM knows everything. Give me a second.
I also changed his name because I was like, I can.
Did you really change his name? You're killing me, dude.
I haven't
that doesn't
introduced
sound
him
familiar.
yet, so you're good.
Okay. You've introduced him to me when I saw your backstory sheet.
I kind of figured it was long enough ago that I was like, he'll be fine.
You do not get a response.
That's fair.
As you're waiting, I think you do get a very surprising knock at the door. As Titian, you're on the other side, as you realize in this moment that Grian never gave the ring back. Titian, that's you.
Yeah. Hey, Gran, Gran, are you awake?
Yeah, I'm awake, and he'll open the door. I'm sorry, I fell asleep. I was so exhausted. Here's your ring back. Thank you.
You know we're all tired, right?
Fucking exhausted, yeah.
Yeah, we're we're all very tired. Anyways, thank you for giving me the ring back. I appreciate it. Did you get the information that you wanted? Were you able to make contact with who you wanted to?
At least one of them, but I'll figure that out as we go, I think.
Okay. I just want to make sure you only used 2, right? You didn't
Yeah,
use 3.
only 2. I knew, I really wanted to respond to the first one, but I knew that you needed some time too. So another day, another day.
I mean, sure. I mean, yeah, another day for
Yeah,
sure. Yeah.
You hear Wolf, who's just also in the rest. All right, I guess I'm up.
Oh, hey, E-Wolf, how you doing?
Yeah, I.
Did you have a good sleep?
Are you serious?
Well, I'm just asking. Did you sleep? Um. Okay, I guess I'll leave. I can tell I'm being a nuisance here, so I guess
It's
I'll
fine.
just.
No, I'll go out with you. It's fine.
Oh, you're gonna. Okay, sure. You can come out with me.
You see, as Titian, as you're walking down the stairs, you see Ewolf just full on stumble down the stairs, just collecting himself.
Tishian is gonna put he's gonna touch Grian's shoulder like Adim did to him. It'd be like, um, good night, and he's gonna walk away as well.
What was that? You see, you see Ewolf pauses, like wiping his. What was that?
We're touching shoulders now. That's what we're
All
doing.
right. Okay. All right. Well, stay away from my shoulder.
I feel like Gria just like sleepily pats Ewolf on the shoulder as he walks out the room.
Oh,
Before
Jesus
closing
Christ.
the door.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
You guys make it outside, and Titian, it's you and Ewolf. Oh, the storm let up. You know how, like, when everything that's, like, bad and ominous, you're so used to something bad coming from it? I was just so ready and sure that we were gonna have to face something. I mean, I was sleeping, so I guess there's that. But yeah, I guess I'm just surprised that there's no. Of course, now that I'm saying that, of course, something's gonna come out and probably eat us. And like he's now having a full conversation with himself.
Yeah. No, I think Ewolf. I mean, something bad did just happen to us.
Oh,
So I would say the scales right now we're on.
where's
that side of
Alyssa?
the
Where's
scale.
the?
No, Alyssa's fine. I'm talking about Aaron. I'm talking about like we.
Okay.
I'm talking about the Shadowfell. I'm talking about the tall. Like there's already been bad stuff. We're probably due for some good stuff, so you probably don't have to worry so much right now. I think. We're probably due for some good stuff happening.
Because life has been so fair to you all.
I mean, no. I mean, sure. No. Actually, life has not been fair. No, life is not fair. Shit. Okay, damn.
So she's just having an existential crisis right now of like,
Oh.
oh God, no,
Well,
you don't think about it until let's do this in conversation. Yeah, you really don't think about it until someone really says to you, like, yeah, that there's a lot of bad things that have happened to you in a short amount of time.
But we're like, hold on. But like we're good people though. Like good things don't just happen to good people all the time, right? Like,
I mean, look at me. I mean, I know you assumed that I stole a box or something, but I can tell you honestly, I have never stolen anything in my life.
I never assumed you.
That's
stole
not what
a
I was
box.
getting at. I'm just saying
I just
that
need to know what the box was.
I've been a very good partner. I've been a very good, person. I think overall, and look where it's got me.
Among the best, yeah. No, I mean, I think it's
okay.
No, it's God, that really sucked. Like, maybe nothing good will ever happen to us now.
Maybe.
Oh damn. Well,
Ewolf is not the one to have a good conversation with that.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
well,
probably.
Well, I got a new sword.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. You want to see my new sword?
Yeah, sure. You're gonna probably need it really soon, right?
Well, now I don't want to show you my new sword.
Okay, fine.
No, here I'll show it to you. Here, check it out. It's really light. I'm kind of worried I'm going to break the thing, but maybe that's just Maybe that's just me because I'm super strong.
It's like the metal's like bendable. You can
Yeah.
look at how far back I can bend it.
Yeah, but it's not like breaking so much. Oh well, don't try to break it. Don't break.
I'm not trying to break it. I'm just.
Well, that's actually you probably couldn't break it with your arms. You're not as strong. You're quick.
What?
You're dexterous. Yeah.
Hey, I'm stronger than the average human.
Hey, if I'm known for anything in this group, I'm strong and I'm tall. That's what I
Oh,
got.
so
going
that
in
means
this
that
group.
no one else can be strong and or tall.
No, not. I've not met anyone taller than me yet.
I just want to mention Fidget is full out of their seat right now. Yeah, well, you know what? Because of that statement, just the idea that you feel like you're on your higher, someday there's going to be someone that's bigger and stronger than you, and I can't wait. I'm going to be laughing so hard when that. Anyways, cool sword. Here you go.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm just, it's something I think I'm going to try to use this a little more now instead of the other. And I'm kind of thinking of adopting more of a, I don't want to say sneaky, but definitely a little bit more of a tactical approach to things. So I think it'll come in use for that.
Okay.
Oh,
And you could probably start by just like talking quieter when you're talking to someone in the dark.
I talk the way I talk, and sometimes that's what's needed for people.
That's
to
good.
listen.
That's a good start for anyone who's trying to sneak.
Yeah.
Is just to be proud of how loud they speak.
Hey, I'm very good. I'm very good at sneaking. I'm very good at tying knots. I'm very good at a lot of things.
Hey, for real for a second.
Yeah.
Sorry about Aaron.
I appreciate that. That was a hard loss for us, and yeah, I appreciate that. I mean, they went. Can I be honest with you though?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna go out, like they fucking went out, fucking in the way anyone would.
Yeah.
Like as a hero, as a champion, like I don't think I've ever seen anyone go out like on stronger terms. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I think that's really cool. I'll be honest with you, I'd rather be alive, but if I had to go out, I guess that's the way I would go out. Unless I could survive. Yeah, that would be the.
Yeah, but we just also like yeah. I mean, living's pretty good, I guess, yeah. Let me ask
Long
you
stare, long stare.
Hey, Wolf,
What?
how are you feeling about how are you feeling about the Bix? Like, I don't think we've. Has anyone like talked to you? Like, how are you feeling about? Because you're going to be joining us. How are you feeling about traveling with us? And
Well, I'll put it this way. One of you decided to apologize to me because they said that it wasn't them so much being mean to me as the entity that they were being manipulated by.
yeah,
And that person seems to have a very strong connection with someone I still care about very much.
yeah.
And another member of the party has been talking about how they don't want to go to a place because they were involved in a massacre of that place. So
Now I'm feeling a little attacked right now. I think you're talking about me.
you asked me, I'm just speaking honestly. I mean, it's not something that you want to have a kid around for.
No, you're okay. I did bring it up. We can talk about it. I just it just feels like it's sort of being put in front of us in a way, and I think I can't keep running from it. But I also, I hope you know, when I shared that, it was I can't ask y'all to be honest with me and me not be honest in return.
Listen, I can. I mean, I can't say I'm the best judge of character, but looking at you, I'm sure that there's a whole story there that justifies what happened. I'm not worried about how I fit or feel or even my safety. I'm worried about the 5-year-old. This is.
Yeah.
She was not in a good place, but speaking honestly, I'm just not sure how much better this one is right now. If you're all here. But she loves Bix and she might be able to kill me if she gets too angry at me, so I'm along, but speaking honestly, I don't think it's the right choice for her.
Ooh, but there really isn't much of another choice, though, is there? You can't just run off with her by yourself.
Sure I can.
I mean, you could try, but you know you're not going to get too far out there by yourself with her. You
I
don't
know I
you
know I
don't
don't
know.
have a significant amount of people after me, including a all-powerful deity.
Yeah, but you don't know anything about magic or how to control it or how to guide her. I mean, you can say what you want, but like Bix does, and so does Ianthe, and even I have a little bit of magic from what I learned. But like you going with her by just you two is stepping out there without any sort of safety net. Yeah, we may have a couple holes in us, but like we are safety net for each other right now.
Okay.
Can I do an insight check on him? I just want to know,
Sure.
like, if he is like, if he. I want to know specifically, like, is he absorbing this or is he,
Yeah,
you
that's a
know,
good question.
ooh, 15.
15. With a 15, you can see looking at him that there's a possibility that he's thought about in the dead of night trying to get Alyssa away from you guys.
Hmm.
So that level. You saying what you said, I think the last thing you said definitely like reverberates with him. That was the whole point of
Mm-hmm.
this, was to be able to get to somewhere where she can learn how to be able to control her magic more.
Mm-hmm.
And Ewolf cannot be, is not going to help in that way at all.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, I think in that realm, yeah, you're making a point in that way.
E-Wolf, you know that I know things are weird sometimes. I know Bix. I know I'm sometimes awkward. I know, God, I know why Anthony stepped out of line more than once with you. But
Well, I mean,
I
don't,
know.
you don't need to give her so much flack. It's,
Well, I just, it's just. I guess what I'm trying to say is like I think it's. I just want you to know that I consider you a really good friend, and I hope that you can still find trust and that you know that no matter what, that I would never do anything to betray or, I got your back, man. You know that.
I was just worried on my back. I would hear you. And I trust that you're wanting to get everyone's back. I hear the safety net. You just can't tell me that there wasn't a hole big enough for one of you to slip through.
I mean, sometimes you miss the net. It's just it's life, you know. But yeah, I can't
Yeah,
tell you
but
we don't.
you gotta understand. That's what I'm saying. That you can't have it both ways. You can't. I'll tell you what. I agree to follow with Alyssa wherever you guys go until there's clearly a safe place for her to learn. That doesn't involve the black cloud, which is you all.
Now, I mean, don't say it like a black cloud, but
And if I'm a part of that, I will leave too. I will leave with you as well.
I think we're all going in the same direction, Wolfie. It's just, you know, we all want what's best. We all want what's best for Alyssa, and I want what's best for you. And this is just like you gotta stop seeing it as a black cloud. We gotta start, you know, we've been talking like, yeah, bad things happen, but there's some good here.
I
There's
th-
some good here.
I think we should go to Massetti.
Okay. I th- I think I think we might need to do that, especially hearing that Mother Udris is from there. It just seems too like too much to be a coincidence.
Roll me another insight check.
Yeah, boy. Insight. Oh fuck, that one.
Cool.
That dice is getting thrown over here.
Well, you rolled you roll a 15 or 16?
I rolled a 15 earlier.
I don't think this. I'm going to say you would have advantage on this because of what you rolled earlier on this. And if this is not high enough, then it's clear.
Okay. All right. I'll re-roll again. Okay. All right. It's going to be an 8 this time.
Awesome. Cool.
The dice hate the dice. Just
The
don't
dice
want it
don't
to
lie.
happen.
Dice don't lie.
Mm.
Yeah, I just think that would be the best for everyone. And just going from there. And just. So, we will. I'm going to be honest with you. If there's a certain point in time in the middle of something that we're doing and where it is clear that it is not 100% sure that we are going to win this fight, I am taking Alyssa and I'm running. And I'm sure your friend Bix would agree.
I think you know what I think he would, and you know what I agree with that.
Okay.
Here's what I'm going to say. You run, but you see this. You see this ring right here.
Are you going to hit me with your ring? What? I
No,
don't.
no, no, no. This ring lets me send messages to people.
Oh,
I
okay.
can communicate with like that. When that moment comes, you go for safety. You find a safe space. Then I'll call after you and let you know when the smoke's clear and we can meet back up.
Okay.
That
Agreed.
does that sound good?
Yep.
And in the meantime, if anything else comes up or if you're seeing things, I want you to feel welcome to always share with me, Wolfie. I think it's important that we talk. I enjoy our conversations.
Yeah, I do too, I guess. I don't know. This a weird. You said that really pointedly, like I was supposed to, like you're waiting for a response. Me too.
Wolfie, do you enjoy our conversations?
I enjoy our conversations. I don't like being bullied into answering, but yes.
Well, I'm not trying to bully. I'm just trying to confirm that it's reciprocal. If, you know, that's all I'm.
Has it been 3 hours yet?
Um, I'm going to touch your arm right now, and what I'm
Oh,
going to do
God.
is I'm going to just touch your arm, and then I'm going to walk over here and practice with my new sword. Is that okay?
Yep, that's fine.
All right.
Yep, you could just do the second part.
No, this part has to happen now. So, arm pat, and I will see you later. All right.
I'm gonna be right here. But I'm also keeping watch. You do
Yeah,
your
I'm going to be
sword
like
tricks.
10 feet over here too, but
Yeah.
let's just
Okay.
pretend
So you
like
don't need
we're
to say
further
"see you
apart.
later" if we're gonna be that. That's fine. Go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
think it's best if we just end this awkwardness now.
You say "end this awkwardness," and you see Titian turn his back, walk 10 feet, and then just start.
Sword fighting, yeah. Exactly that.
You see, this is a great way to end it. You see, Ewolf just like. And just sits on the porch, puts his feet up, and just watches as Titian is just as we see the sun just start to kind of come up over the horizon. And with that, we will end tonight's session. I love you guys. We'll see you next week. Bye.